Sorry guys, hold on a second. I'm having issues. This is bullshit. Things aren't working right. All right. Let's get going.
Yo, Ryan Buell, man, your story's a wreck. Faking cancer for clout, what the hell's next? Scamming fans for them tickets, never booked the event. Now your whole damn career looking twisted, bent. Crystal meth in your pipe, crack smoke in the air. You abuse your own people, they don't even care. Got your ass beat down for the lies you spun. Now you're banned from the screen, yo, your show is done. You ain't Zach Bagans, you a cheap imitation. Clinging to Annabelle for some weak validation. Chip copy aired you out. Truth and rotation, your life's a sad ghost, no resurrection. You ain't Zach Bagans, you a cheap imitation. Clinging to Annabelle for some weak validation. Chip copy aired you out. Truth and rotation, your life's a sad ghost, no resurrection. Dust Productions drop facts, put your lies in the grave. Any SPR don't want you, no cloud to save. Jealous of Katrina, Heather Taddy on the rise while you drowning in your envy. Tears flood your eyes. Sergi and Melissa found love, that's true. But loneliness is the only spirit haunting you. All your castmates succeed while you spiral and fall. Now your paranormal state ain't paranormal at all. You ain't Zach Bagans, you a cheap imitation. Clinging to Annabelle for some weak validation. Chip copy aired you out. Truth and rotation, your life's a sad ghost, no resurrection. You ain't Zach Bagans, you a cheap imitation. Clinging to Annabelle for some weak validation. Chip copy aired you out. Truth and rotation, your life's a sad ghost, no resurrection. Ryan Buell, no respect, no trust, no fame. Your name's a ghost story, just ashes and shame. Try to haunt the scene, but you lost that fight. Now fade back into darkness, out of sight. Your resurrection.
My God, I'm so not ready for today.
You built your fame out of fear. You dressed up lies and called them faith. But time's the one thing you can't deceive, because dust don't forget. And dust knows the truth. You heard the members of PRS and soul lies, but dust knows the truth. You built a kingdom out of fear and disguise, but dust knows the truth. You preached about demons, but the real one was pride. You said we fight darkness while you hid inside. You promised redemption, wrapped it in fame, but all that light was just your name in flames. You called it faith, I call it control. You said it was healing, but you empty souls. You used the stories to build your own, then left them haunted and alone. You heard the members of PRS and soul lies, but dust knows the truth. You wanted hearts and called it divine, but dust knows the truth. They gave you trust, you gave them a script, you called it spiritual, but it was slick. You played prophet with TV lights, while the truth sat bleeding behind the mics. They stood beside you when the storm began, but when it crashed, you broke your own clan. Now every rerun's a ghost in disguise, reminder that fame can't exercise lies. You heard the members of PRS and soul lies, but dust knows the truth. You ruled the world with your dark red prize, but dust knows the truth. You can't pray away the weight of the past. You can't charm your way through a mirror cracked. Every secret berry still breathes in the air. And dust don't care. You said the spirits speak, so tell me what they say. Did Did they whisper the cost of the games you play? You call yourself chosen, a man with proof, but even the spirits turn and walk from your truth. Now your legend's a shadow, your name's a scar. Your empire faded, but your ghosts aren't far. The truth don't die, it just changes view, and now it's staring straight back at you. You hurt the members of PRS and so lies, but dust knows the truth. You built your altar on the pain you devised, but dust knows the truth. Yeah. Dust don't fade, dust don't lie, and it still remembers. Dust don't fade, dust don't lie, and it still remembers. From the shadows of lies, calling out fakes, cutting through their disguise. Echo chambers crumble, the truth takes control. Dust Productions rocking hard, heart, mind, and soul. Dust Productions, fight the fakes, yeah, bring the light. Dust Productions, scammers fall when truth ignites. They expose, they fight, they stand. Justice screaming through the land. Dust Productions, mighty morphin, Dust Productions. Your legends, truth revealed. Behind the mask, what's fake, what's real? No fear of ghosts or paranormal scams. They bring receipts, yeah, they don't give a damn. Transparency's the power, integrity's the morphin' hour. They break the spell, they crush deceit. Echo fade under truth's heartbeat. Raise your horns, the fight's begun. Dust Productions, they're number one. Dust Production, fight the lies, ignite the flame. Dust Productions, truth will always know your name. When the scammers try to hide, they'll face the dust with nowhere to slide. Dust Productions, mighty morphin, Dust Productions. Mighty morphin, Dust Productions. Turn the volume up and lock it in. You're tuned to the YouTuber that shakes the platform. This is Dust Production, only on YouTube. Bringing the energy, the vibes, and the movement that's here to cause real problems in the YouTube live scene. No filters, no limits, just pure and raw presence. This is Dust Production! Let's go! Let's go!
What is up, guys? Oh my god, the weather sucks. Shout out to Laura, who has become a member on the main channel, and I see someone else on the main channel. Scarebro Gatekeeper. Yo, welcome to the Dustbusters. The weather by me sucks. Okay, it goes from like 50 degrees to negative 10 degrees. And my immune system sucks. When that happens, I get sick. And it's been hitting me like crazy. But, you know, and I also had to go out to dinner with my boss, like a business thing. And, like I really wasn't feeling it. I was feeling sick all day and all night. But, excuse me, regardless, I got a stream. And it's been like a week since I streamed. And people might think, oh, it's because I'm getting ready to do something. No. There was nothing planned until someone did something. And, you know, when people go deleting videos, you know, maybe I got to say something. And of course, you've seen in the title, Paranormal YouTube channels afraid to speak the truth. And in the thumbnail, you see Simply Strange, Ben from Simply Strange, and the side-eye guy. And it says, scared to tell the truth. Ooh, you know. And of course, I send Ben from Simply Strange a message days ago. Because if y'all remember, let me see if I can find it. Like, I have everything in order, actually, but... So, guys, this is Simply Strange's channel. And let's see. And then, obviously, Simply Strange did a video covering that live stream that I made members only. Tessa Groff defends Ryan Buell. Well, of course, you know, Simply Strange covered it. And then mysteriously, the video goes away. And he doesn't say anything. And then I shoot him a message on Instagram. And I get nothing back. And it says sent, and we don't follow each other. So when you message someone on Instagram and you don't follow each other, it just goes to like message requests. So I don't necessarily think that he was ignoring me. He probably, maybe he didn't see it. So I'm going to chalk it up to that one. However, I'm still going to talk about it. And while I was out to dinner with my boss, I did get a message from Simply Strange. And, you know, he sent me the screenshot of the thumbnail for this live stream, and you know, is quick to defend himself, and he says some things in there, and I get some of it, and some of it I'm like, no, bro, no. I don't necessarily agree, so I'm gonna cover it, and I'm gonna let y'all be the judges of, you know, am I right? Am I wrong? You know, what's wrong? What's up? But anyways, really quick. So I do have, for everyone on my main channel, this is the paranormal channel. And so anyone that's strictly here for my paranormal stuff, if you're watching my main channel, you need to go to the Dust Paranormal channel. And because when the live stream ends, it does not stay on my main channel. It goes only to the paranormal channel. When I cover regular drama or Power Ranger stuff, it stays on the main channel. So go subscribe to the Dust Productions or Dust Paranormal channel. And if you're only interested in paranormal stuff. If you like all my stuff, then subscribe to whatever channel you want. I don't really care. But some people are particular. Now, let's see. The UK is like 6 hours ahead of us. It's 8 p.m. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So it's about 2 in the morning over in the UK. And I would think that Ben from Simply Strange would be asleep. I would assume that, I think the side-eye guy, who I'm also going to be talking about, I think he's in the UK. I assume he would be asleep, but you never know. You know, when you see a thumbnail with your name on it, you might stay up to watch. Now, Ben, if you are watching, and you just might be, I would suggest, because I ain't talking about you until the end of the stream. Like, I'm covering other stuff, and then I'm going to cover you, The only way I will cover Ben first is if he types in the chat that he's here. If Ben is here, if Simply Strange is here, he's in Australia. Okay, thank you. Side Eye Guy is in Australia. Okay. All right. So if Ben is here, type in the chat. I'll run your story first. And if you want me to drop the link, I'll drop it. But if you are not here, dude, I'm just gonna run my other stories, and then you're gonna be last. So I'm gonna give you just a few minutes. Let's see. Side Eye Guy is in the Australia. He's 15 hours ahead. Damn. 2 a.m. Kids want to stay up. Adults, yeah. You know, like, put a 1 in the chat if you're in the UK. Put a 1 in the chat if you're in the UK. Put a 2 in the chat if you're in Australia. I know Deoxy, he's in Australia. So I do have some people watch from Australia. Put a 3 in the chat if you're in the US. Let's kill a little bit of time and see if Ben wants to type in the chat. If he doesn't or does. If he's here, I'll run a story first. If not, then I'm just gonna run this the way I normally would. But I know a few of you are from the UK. Yeah, we got someone from the US. US of A. US of A. I know I got some UK people in here. And I know some people from Australia also watch. It doesn't look like Man's gonna speak up. So he might not be watching. He might just be like, I'm gonna just catch replay. Because I am a small channel compared to him. I mean, for all you Power Ranger fans, he's not as big as Henry, though. So, more people from the US. Yeah, it's because I'm streaming so late, guys. Like, unless you're a night owl in the UK, I don't think you'd be watching me. I think you're going to catch replay. Uh, 12:34 p.m. here in Australia. What is up? I wish it was 12:34 p.m. here. But it's always good to know, like, where some of y'all are at, you know? It's Sunday, it's Saturday. Look at that. Technically, you're in the future for me. It's Saturday night here, and it's Sunday by you. So technically, shouldn't that mean you get the news before me? You should know exactly how this stream went. Wouldn't it be cool or crazy if that was how it was? I'm an insomniac. I am a night owl. Yeah, Australia is on Sunday. It is Sunday. All right. So I'm trapped in Dust Basement. How did you get your phone? I tied you up. What the hell? Some people are watching WWE tonight. Yeah, some people. Dust thinks he's Doc Brown. No, I'm not Doc Brown. I'd be more like Marty McFly. All right. So Ben's not going to type in the chat. He's either not here or not saying nothing. We're going to run him last. And Side Eye Guy, I know like people saw the thumbnail. Look, you see these two paranormal YouTubers in my thumbnail, and you see this controversial title and everything, and people might think that I'm going to blast Side Eye Guy. I'm not blasting Side Eye Guy. I'm actually going to commend him. I'm going to nitpick on Simply Strange, and I'm going to cover Jason Hawes and the lawsuit. And I'm also, there was something else I was going to cover. Oh yeah, the Sam and Colby jack of it all. I'm gonna cover them fools too. But we're gonna start with some funny stuff first, because that's what we do on this channel. All right, let's see what we got here. You know, that'll wake you up. Yeah. Oh, damn.
Oh, viste? Eu disse.
Hold on. I see the dude from Laney and Ben is covering the same regurgitating videos. He is covering a lot of the same stuff. I am Slim Shady, motherfucker. I mean, Dust thinks he's Slim Shady, and Angel has to be Dr. Dre. All right, let's get back. Get it.
Oh, you're right.
Now, if I was dating that chick, I wouldn't be rushing over to help her up. I'd be pointing, laughing my ass off because I'm an asshole. Where is it? Where's Rican when I need him? Oh, damn it.
It's fuck dust for life.
All right.
Yeah, were you there?
You know, it sucks when you hurt yourself. It's worse when someone laughs at you. That's why I always stop and laugh. Now, see, I wouldn't do this because I don't know how to swim. So I would never be on a floaty. I mean, that looks crazy, but I don't swim. I'm a land lover. Like, I'm into drag racing, racing the quarter mile, shit like that. I don't do boats. Who the fuck lets a chicken in their house? That was good.
I don't like
What the?
You don't like it?
No. No, I don't like it, Mommy. I don't like it. Come on, no.
Oh, damn. That cat's gonna fuck you up. Yeah.
Heavy.
75. Come on!
Dumb fuck. We'll watch a few more. And then we'll get into it.
Da pasos cortitos ahí, ¿viste? Sobre el final.
Yeah, that's gonna go well.
Bájate, bájate al tiro. Vale.
Get it. That's funny as hell. Yeah, he thought he was a badass, and turned out no, he wasn't.
You just made it through the first round.
Oh,
Smash that like button.
Screw your
if
stupid
you're
rounds.
still stone-faced, lock it.
Shut up. A fucking jackrabbit.
¿Cómo verga? ¿Cómo no me sale? No sale. Una llave, alguien.
Here, Harper, reel it back.
Ah, poor kid.
Oh!
Pop a kid, yep.
I blew happier.
3, 2, 1.
Bite it, like hard. Put your head in it.
Man, you want my bag?
Why is it?
Fuck you, Santa Claus. Yeah, that's what you get. Make it worse. She should have. Oh, damn.
Oh, you fucking cunt of a fucking thing. Fuck me.
I do that too. Like, I'll cuss if I stub my toe or some shit. All right, guys. I think that's enough funny stuff. I know we love doing pointless funny shit, but we need to move on. All right. Shout out to everybody in here and shout out to the new members on the main channel. All right. So, guys, we're going to get into it. And so the first story are these two morons. And you don't hear you don't hear these paranormal debunkers talking like me. It's because I'm different. I'm an exposed channel. I'm an asshole. So that's how I'm going to cover it. So we have these two morons, Sam and Colby, and they're ghost hunters, you know, and they recently decided that they're going to start paywalling some of their investigations when all of their stuff was just available on YouTube. And you know, people are upset about that. Now, these two are idiots. And they are definitely, they say they are paranormal investigators. I do not believe they are real paranormal investigators. If you watch their investigations, it's like a circus. It's a circus is the best explanation I could possibly give. But Beardo right here. Beardo gets scared. Shout out to Beardo. We do support Beardo here on the channel. And I'm gonna be talking about him later, but we are gonna watch some of this. And he's gonna talk about the controversy. You know, because I'm lazy. I'm gonna steal content. Fair use. I know Beardo, especially after what he went through, he's not going to strike me. It would be funny if he did. Beardo should send me a copyright strike and then just delete it. Like, just to fuck with me. Like, I would laugh at that shit. I'll give him a like because I didn't like the video yet. And this was 3 days ago. I'm sorry, Beardo. I'm sorry. All right. So he's going to tell us about the Sam and Colby thing. So let me go full screen here. We're going to let Beardo explain it. And then I'm going to explain why them putting their stuff behind a paywall is fucking stupid. I'm gonna explain. I got visual aids to help. So, all right, y'all ready? Let's listen to Beardo.
Beardos, Widows, Boss, Ghouls, how you all doing? Today we're looking into the greed of Paranormal YouTube. Sam and Colby are in it. Mindseat 2.0, what are they called? Haunt Media. They've done a video called... What we call
and Beardo, I don't know this, but please tell me that your background music is royalty free. If I get clapped, bro, I'm gonna blame you.
Well, the real reason why we left Mindseat TV, they may as well have just put a community post out and said we left because of money. We weren't offered to own the business that Casey started. We want the money. They may as well have. There's a line in this that is absolutely hilarious. But before we get there, we're going to look into Sam and Colby. Now, YouTubers, specifically in the paranormal that I'm aware of, have got this tried and tested history of stupid ideas. And the stupidest idea seems to be, hey, we do this YouTube content for free, plus we have channel memberships, but what if we set up a paid website or a paid web service?
So he's saying Sam and Colby are putting their investigations on their website. Now, this is important, guys, and I'm gonna explain why it's dumb later.
Ooh. Paranormies did it. People were livid with them. Watcher did it. My Haunted, whatever. They've done it. They claim it's a success.
They think it's a success now. It is going to ruin them if that's what they're doing. Like if they're putting all of their investigations, if they're paywalling everything, it's the dumbest thing they can do.
The biggest Amazon Prime paranormal show. Have you seen the paranormal stuff on Prime? Nothing to brag about. So Sam and Colby put out a post saying, new video, we investigated one of New York City's most infamous hotels by ourselves. Watch for free. Link down below in the comments. Join the XPLR club.
Now it says watch for free, guys. So
for free, watch a new video and check out the website. Ooh, right. Watch it for free here. Sam and Colby, Chelsea. Hey.
Shout out to Beardo. You're doing your work for me. I'm being lazy. Thank you.
So this is a trailer. Join the XPLR club for free. Let's go.
What?
Join the XPLR Club 2.0 to get exclusive investigations, behind-the-scenes footage, live streams, podcasts, and more. $19 a month. Now, bear
$20 a month, paywalling their shit.
in mind, their audience, I mean, my daughter used to watch them. She's aged out of it, and she's 21. $19.
I'm really going to explain, because just wait till you see what I got.
A month. And let's make no bones about it. The financial state of the world right now is in the toilet. Everybody's battening down the hatch.
Yo, that ain't no joke. Like I just picked up a bunch of groceries and I forgot to pick up a jar of mayo. And it was like fucking $8. $8 US for a jar of fucking mayonnaise. Are you fucking kidding me?
And you want to charge a bunch of, say, 11 to 16-year-olds, maybe 20-year-olds, $19 a month. So, membership to the XPLR Club 2.0. Welcome to the XPLR Club family. Reject your cookies. Don't want your cookies.
Put that cookie down now!
I want a cookie.
Description. Come bond with us over live streams, win awesome giveaways, get behind the scenes, haunted vlogs, monthly podcasts, and so much more. Exclusive investigations not found anywhere else. Deleted footage behind the scenes of our YouTube content. Live streams where we interact with members. Podcast content from our personal lives. Early access to the XPLR apparel. Monthly giveaways and prizes.
This all sounds great, doesn't it? Not really.
Try for free. So you have to create an account. So you get 1 week free.
Nope.
So you could potentially watch.
You get a week free. It's not like Netflix. Oh, you join, you might get a month free. You get a week, guys, on Sam and Colby Jack's fucking website.
That thing for free. But then after the week trial, You get billed $19 a month.
What's up, guys? It's Sam and Colby. We are super excited to announce the launch of
Look at these idiots. I feel you, Beardo.
I'm not saying anything. So they've got this XPLR club with his thumbnails and videos and all the rest of it, but the paid one, you can't even see what you get for your money.
So you can't even see like what the video is, what the content is. It's just pay the money and then you can see it. That's just dumb.
Oh dear, but I'm sure the Sam and Colby fans, being the young audience that they are, have taken this really, really well. 2026, Hell Week, about to be XPLR exclusive. Oh dear. Half it probably will be. They'll probably have the videos there, crying faces. Uh-oh. Please put it on YouTube.
We're not going to watch this whole video, guys. We're going to listen to a few of these comments, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to cook Sam and Colby, and then we're going to get into Side-Eye Guy.
YouTube guys, I really want to watch it. The fact that it's not on the main channel is devastating. I miss when Sam and Colby went about chasing a bag. I waited all day just to figure out it was only for XPLR Club members. Crying face. I wish y'all would have told us it wasn't a regular video I was hyped to watch. Really sad about this. It's not like you need the dollar. Some of us can't afford to sign up. I wonder how many of these kids are going to sign up and hope they can cancel, because if you've ever signed up...
Yeah, so people are not happy. If only Dust can build a time machine so I could steal it, go back to the 90s, and eat a Big Mac for 30... You son of a bitch! Big Macs were not 30... Actually, they did run specials in the 90s where Big Macs were like 50 cents for a day. But normally a Big Mac back in the day... Like, I remember a Whopper in 1995 was 99 cents. You're paying like fucking over $5 for a Whopper now. But so people are not happy with Sam and Colby and their decision to paywall their stuff. Now, guys, I don't know if you guys have... I gotta find it. If you're into car content, I don't know if you've seen a show called Roadkill. Now, Roadkill was on the Motor Trends YouTube channel. And what they would do on Roadkill, or on Motor Trend has a YouTube channel. And back in the day, they had an app, and the episodes of all of their shows like Roadkill or Hot Rod Garage would go on the Motor Trend site for the first month, and then it would drop down to their YouTube channels the following month. And then a new episode on all their shows would drop on their app. And then it would, like, every month they would rotate so that shows like Roadkill would air on YouTube. So if you couldn't afford to pay whatever for Motor Trend, you could still watch your favorite car shows on the Motor Trend's YouTube channel. Well, a few years ago, Motor Trend decided we're not going to put our episodes on YouTube anymore. And that's where their core audience was. That's where all of their money... Like, that's like they were making more money through selling merch and stuff like that than they were like from their stupid little, from their, because you only get so much from ad sharing. But this is the Motor Trend channel, and that's what they did. They stopped putting their full episodes on all of their shows. And all of it went on Motor Trend's site. Well, this past year, Roadkill was canceled on Motor Trend. Motor Trend decided, nope, we're shutting down all your shows. Because people couldn't afford that shit. People couldn't afford to pay to watch their favorite shows like Roadkill or Hot Rod Garage or any of the other car shows. And so then all of the hosts from these shows were fired. They auctioned off all of the cars from all of the shows. Motor Trend auctioned them all. And they gave all of the hosts, first shot at buying some of the, the cars that they built. But their show was gone. And Motor Trend had a thing where if you had a show on Motor Trend, you couldn't have a YouTube channel. Well, Motor Trend cancels their shows. So where do they have to go except YouTube? So now Mike Finnegan from Roadkill is doing YouTube and making car content on YouTube. Now let's see. Now look, David Freiberger from Roadkill, he's doing the exact same thing. Look at that. All because people couldn't afford a damn paywall. So they all lost their jobs, and here they all are. And the same thing, Roadkill Hot Rod Garage canceled. And who was it? Alex Taylor, she was a host on Hot Rod Garage. Where is she? Oh, she's on YouTube, putting all of her content there. When you paywall your shit, you may get like a little burst of people that watch your stuff, but eventually that drops off, and then nobody watches your shit, and then nobody cares anymore. They don't care because people want to just come to YouTube and just watch your stuff. Okay, well, you're not going to make as much money with ad sharing unless you get brand deals or you sell merch. If you're all about the money, you're going to pull some stupid shit and paywall your stuff, just like this company did. And very quickly, you're going to lose your money. You're going to lose your shit. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Like Sam and Colby, they're going to do that shit and start putting content behind a paywall. They'll get some people and think it's great, and then they're going to see people dropping off. And it's going to be just like what happened with Motor Trend. If an actual fucking network cannot successfully get people to pay to go to their website or app to watch their shows, how the fuck does Sam and Colby think that they're going to do it? Not going to happen. The car community is way bigger than the paranormal community. And that shit didn't work. So that's my argument. And Sam and Colby are fucking stupid. And we're about to get into Side-Eye Guy. But seriously, it's so dumb. These guys they think they're breaking new ground. So many people have tried it. So many people have failed. You think you're different. You're not. You think you're special. You're not. I'm special because I'm not like these other paranormal channels. I'm an asshole. I'm a troll. So I will talk about rumors and other people won't. So I am a little bit different. So let's read some of these comments and then we'll get into Side-Eye Guy. It does seem like this keeps happening. In Sam and Colby's case, apparently their huge channel in The Haunted School, the movie they did, the escape room they're running, all that isn't enough money. Well, look, they don't know it yet, but their YouTube channel is going to take a hit. And that is the YouTube channel is what gives them coverage. Like when I post a video, whether it does well or not, that's it's the content, but it's also the advertising, So these guys are idiots. All right. Now we're going to get into the side-eye guy. I think Sam and Colby are watching your stream. Dust, I see live stream of Dust when I click to see their videos. Yeah, I bet. They can go ahead and watch my shit. You guys are idiots. Idiots. Type in my chat. I'll drop the link for you. But only very few people will type in my chat. Like Jason Hawes did. Tessa Groff was, you could either call it smart or dumb. Was either smart enough or dumb enough to leave comments on my shit, which erupted into something, which we're going to talk about later. But, yeah, so we're going to get into Side-Eye Guy. This is actually going faster than I thought. All right, so the Side-Eye Guy is what you would call a paranormal debunker. Just like Beardo Gets Scared. Just like our friend Florio, friend of the channel. Just like Truth or Demons podcast. These are all debunkers. You know? And Side-Eye Guy recently did a video. And I want to watch some of it. But if you look at it, bullying and harassing Sam and Colby. Plus, I finally take the mask off. So he wears this mask. It's like that other guy on YouTube, whatever his name was, that always had the smiley face or whatever around his face. Or like Marshmallow. You know, he's like, nobody knows what he looks like. We're not gonna watch this whole video, so you're not gonna see him unmask, quote unquote, himself. You can watch the video for that if you want a face reveal. But he does talk about, like, excuse me, he does talk about how people give him criticism and hate for how he talks about Sam and Colby Jack, you know, and I just think it's, you know, along with everything that we're talking about, I love both these guys. I'm not trashing them. I'm gonna give Side-Eye Guys flowers. I might nitpick a couple things, but it's because our styles are different. He's a debunker. I'm an exposed channel / drama channel. So it's different. So it translates differently. So things that he wouldn't do, I absolutely would do. So that's what's going to translate a little bit differently. And I didn't even like his video. Here. See, everybody catching me in 4K. But let's watch and listen to what he says about people giving him criticism. Because, guys, this is going to be important for later. Believe it or not. Side-Eye Guy doesn't know it, but he's going to kind of prove some of my points. All right, let's go.
Hey Segways, I want to talk to you today about a Reddit thread that I came across a little while ago. And I'll be honest with you, there was for a time I didn't want to talk about this. I was a little...
Fair use.
A little bit like... You know, is it really worth bringing up? Is it really worth making a kind of mount over molehill with this? And I'm running out of ideas of things to talk about. So ultimately, yeah, I'm just going to talk about it because, you know, welcome to YouTube.
Listen, my thing is talk about whatever the hell you want. If I wanted to go live and just talk about cheese, then I'll go live and I'll talk about it. If I want to go live and I want to talk about Ryan Buell, knowing that some of his fans are going to give me backlash, like, I'm going to just do it. Like, when I turn the computer off, I don't think about this shit.
The title of this Reddit thread is called Side-Eye Guy Debunk versus Harassment. So you know it's going to be a bit spicy.
That's when you know you get in people's heads, Side-Eye Guy. When people make Reddit threads, when people do videos about you, when people try to talk shit, that's when you know you're doing something right, and you should just keep that in mind.
I see.
Hey guys, quick little edit here before we get started into the meat of the video. At the time of recording, I didn't realize that Sam and Colby were going to be in a great big huge controversy with the whole paywall thing going on. And I know a fair few other creators have commented on this, but if you guys could please do me a solid and go over to Fantastic Publishing's video where she covered all of this, I'd really appreciate it. I'll put the link for her video in the description. Please go watch the video, subscribe to her channel, and tell her Side-Eye Guy said hello.
I'm honestly not going to go, but thanks for the suggestion.
Anyway, back to my load of old bollocks.
Before I get stuck into what this person said about me and give my overall thoughts about it, I just want to really state very clearly from the get-go here, please don't give this guy any hate. Please don't harass him, like, on my behalf, because then you're kind of proving him right, I suppose. You know, I'm all for people having their say. I didn't join YouTube thinking that everyone was going to agree with me, that everyone was going to think I'm great. I'm sure a majority of people think I'm a bit of a wanker. So I'm all for this guy saying whatever he wants to say. Crack at it, mate. Go ahead. But equally, that means that I get an opportunity to respond as well, right?
Absolutely. So if somebody does a video on you or your content, like I'm doing this video, Side-Eye Guy wouldn't do this, but he could absolutely react to this. And he's within his rights, and he should. If he so chooses.
I think that's only fair. I would just like to do so without anyone else kind of adding any extra level of drama into this. It just doesn't need to be said. I will put a link.
Hang on.
I would just like to do so without anyone else kind of adding any extra level of drama in.
I want to go back.
From the get-go.
Listen to this.
Here, please don't give this guy any hate. Please don't harass him, like, on my behalf.
I agree with this.
You're kind of proving him right, I suppose. You know, I'm all for people having their say. I didn't join YouTube thinking that everyone was going to agree with me, that everyone was going to think I'm great. I'm sure a majority of people.
I could care less if everyone hates me.
People think I'm a bit of a wanker. So I'm all for this guy saying whatever he wants to say. Crack at it, mate. Go ahead. But equally, that means that I get an opportunity to respond as well, right? I think that's only fair. I would just like to do so without anyone else kind of adding any extra level of drama into this. It just doesn't need to be said. I will put a link.
Listen, Side-Eye Guy, I like you. However, you're a YouTuber. You debunk paranormal stuff and other morons on the internet. So you have to understand that there's going to be drama linked to that. You can't do what you do. I can't do what I do without knowing that there's going to be drama coming along with it. Now, you can do two things. You can either ignore it, which in some cases might be a good idea. But in most cases, you lean into that shit and monetize it because it's views. That's just what it is. But that's my first critique. But otherwise, I agree with everything else he said.
Of this thread onto my description of this video, so you can by all means read all of the other comments that was responding to this, guys. It did seem like more was kind of on my side of things than not, which I very much appreciate, of course. But today I'm only going to really read and respond to the initial comment, not to all the other, you know, responses to this. Because the guy who wrote this, like, he ended up responding to other people that disagreed with him and etc, etc. So yeah, without further ado, let's read this post. Oh, and there's a little other thing that I forgot to mention, that I may well be taking my mask off at the end of this video. So stick around to the end. Watch the bloody video. Don't just skip to the very end. Watch the video.
Hey, can I be honest? I bet most people skipped to the end. I didn't. I did see the ending, but...
And yeah, mask off for the first time ever.
Also, please subscribe.
Although I actually enjoy debunking...
And seriously, guys, here. I didn't do this for other channels. I'll play this.
I'm beginning to think that the Side-Eye Guy is bordering harassing and bullying.
Go subscribe.
Pretty strong right out of the gate there. I'm being...
Go subscribe to Side-Eye Guy if you have not. He's cool. Say you were sent by Dust Productions or not. but let's continue.
Accused of harassing and bullying. I think bullying is quite a strong word. I think harassment is a very strong word.
It is.
That needs to really be used very, very seriously, in my opinion, of course. As you can see here from the thread, that this is part of the Sam and Colby kind of subreddit. And when I am brought up on Reddit, it's usually to do with Sam and Colby. This all first kicked off with the Bel Air House video. But this person seems to take issue in particular with what I say about Sam and Colby. And hey, I'll open...
So people don't like what he says about Sam and Colby, Jack. Okay.
Openly admit, I've done a fair few Sam and Colby videos of the last, I don't know, 6 months or something like that. I think maybe 4 or 5? 4 maybe in the last 6 months.
You don't need to justify yourself, but okay.
You know, I can't remember off the top of my head. But, you know, some might consider that a lot. I'll be honest, guys, like, I get requests to review and debunk every one of Sam and Colby's videos. Like, I hold back for a lot of the videos I make on Sam and Colby, and they do well for my channel. People like to watch them. People seem to enjoy those videos. I personally think they're fun videos. You obviously can feel free to disagree on that, of course. But yeah, if I really didn't care about, you know, overdoing one particular channel or overrepresenting one single channel that I respond to, it would be full of Sam and Colby. Like every upload of Sam and Colby's I would respond to. I just think it's fair to mention that I don't do that. Anyway, carry on.
You could do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if people have a problem with that, you know, they can they can just, I don't even have that soundbite. But it's fine. You can do that. Like, who cares? Make content on whatever you want.
It's strange when he's breaking down a clip, but then starts tearing the Ghost Hunters character or even talking about personal situations, if that is even appropriate.
Personal situations, I think, is a bit unfair. I think any kind of personal situations that I bring up is because Sam and Colby make it part of their content. I don't talk about, you know, Sam and Colby's, you know, partners or love life or family members that they don't bring into their videos. I don't think I go out of my way to talk about anybody in general where it's not within the context of the content.
Yeah, and so, like, take the Tessa live stream, for example, when Sean called in. Like, I thought he would just talk about relevant stuff or, you know, but he was just talking about, like, relationship stuff, which doesn't really, like I've said, like, I don't really care. I don't care about any of that. But, I mean, if other people bring it up, it's like, whatever, you know, but.
So yeah, I don't really know what this guy is going at with that, but you know, we'll keep listening.
The situation where the homeowner sent a video of Sam, Colby and Seth acting poorly is understandable, as it's representation of them as ghost hunters.
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
However, I've noticed other times of him particularly attacking Sam and Colby, also Selena, particularly Selena, to go as far as to look up court documents and barely mention the murder victim the entire time.
I think of all the things that was said in this comment, this is probably the bit that frustrated me the most. To suggest that I didn't talk about Tori Stafford at all in the video of Selena Spooky Boo in the court transcript, I think is very unfair. I think I did talk about Tori Stafford. I can only assume that they have watched this video through the lens of I'm the bad guy rather than objectively watching the video, because...
Here's the problem, Side-Eye Guy. Should you care if people think if you're the bad guy or the good guy? Does that matter? Because no matter what you do, when you're debunking stuff, when you're picking apart people's videos, you're going to have people that like you and you're going to have people that don't like you. And my advice to everyone is stop caring. In the Power Ranger community, we have a guy named Rican Ranger who absolutely cares what is said about him, and he will crash out. And I've always told him And I beefed with him for like over a year, did videos on him. It was bad. But I literally told him, like, dude, it don't matter what anyone thinks about you. People can say whatever the hell they want. It don't matter.
I think most people who can watch that video objectively would agree that I do bring up Tory as much as I think is appropriate to bring up Tory.
This is where things translate differently because he's a debunker. And so he wants people to watch objectively, and that's fine. But, you know, you monetize everyone. You want people that watch you objectively. You want people that will watch your content no matter what you're covering. I have people in the chat. I have Power Ranger fans in the chat, and I have paranormal people in the chat. Two completely different fan bases. And some of them are here just because of me, not necessarily what I cover. But you also, like, your biggest fans, and I can never stress this enough, your biggest fans will always be your haters, because they will hate watch you and watch your shit and crash out, and it may not be healthy or seem healthy, but a lot of people, like, that's where you get a lot of views, or where a lot of views can come from. Henry Resilient covers Twitch streamers on one channel and Power Rangers on the other. I cover paranormal and I cover Power Rangers on another channel. And there are hate watchers on all of them, on all those channels. And it's like, monetize everyone, including your haters.
So, yeah, this person sounds like to me anyway, they do just sound like a Sam and Colby and Selena Spooky fan. Later on in the video, they're going to say they're not, but if the glove fits, it very much sounds like just someone who is a fan of these channels and will defend what they do no matter what. As far as I'm concerned, seriously, as far as I'm concerned, I think what Selena did in that video is abhorrent. There's a lot of people that are going to disagree with me. There's a lot of people that think, oh, is that going too far? Personally, no, I do not. I think it's holding her accountable. You know, as far as I'm concerned, and many others seem to agree with me, the stories didn't match and there was just shit being made up in a YouTube video from what was said in the court transcripts. Now, you can have a go at me about that. I don't understand why you would, but you can have a go about me bringing that, or you can hold the person who seemingly made up the lies accountable. That's up to you, I suppose.
The biggest reason I say this is because I've noticed this content rubs off on other creators. I say all of this to say, at the end of the day, if it's real or not, it's about being entertaining and enjoying a pastime.
I couldn't agree more, and that's why I say things like this.
I mean, this is all clear as day entertainment, so it does make sense to rig all this up to make it look like it is actually a game, when really this video is as well structured as Mark Wahlberg's Thursday.
Another one.
Sam and Colby are first and foremost movie makers. Then you may well consider them paranormal investigators.
I don't consider them paranormal investigators in the slightest,
if you're being very kind. And that's absolutely fine. If they are movie makers who want to make scary horror content, that's great, that's fine.
But that's what you need to advertise it as. Like, how are you going to pretend you're a paranormal investigator and do some fake ass shit?
If anything, if they really did lean into that direction for their videos, they could be very good. But as things stand right now, as I always keep saying over and over again in my videos, they really do need to add a disclaimer that this is all for entertainment.
Another one.
Listen here, in all seriousness, if people like this content, then all good. Obviously, it's not for me because I've got more than 3 functioning brain cells. But if you find this stuff scary or edgy, then great. But I just hope the people who are enjoying this kind of content realize that it is entertainment. It's not real, because just look at it. Of course this isn't real paranormal.
Now, granted, that was not in a Sam and Colby video, that was on one of the Demon Files. I know I've said this before, I'm almost certain, I make a lot of videos and, you know, my memory's not great, but I've said essentially the exact same sentiments in Sam and Colby's video before. I've said this in many other I think I've said this in a Twin Paranormal video before and other channels I don't like. I have said openly that this is for entertainment.
So Sam and Colby are urbex, I don't know how, dudes who attracted a huge audience they did attract a huge audience. I think they attracted a lot of the simps, you know? A lot of simps. And, I mean, but the thing is, other than side-eye guy saying like, yo, I want to say all this without all the drama. This is the only time I'll be like, side-eye guy, no. You got to accept it with everything else. You know? And like, you just got to like not care. It comes with the territory. It comes with what we do. You know? And we're going to get into more stuff. And I'm getting messages because some people are just whatever. Everybody wants to like message me when I'm streaming. It's like, first they give me crap saying I don't get a lot of views. And then they give me crap for covering stuff because I get under their skin. And it's not side-eye guy messaging me, by the way. As a matter of fact, I have never talked to side-eye guy. But if he did, I would. So that's pretty much it for side-eye guy, guys. Like, he was getting criticism for covering Sam and Colby Jack. My advice, keep covering them. Their fan base can literally fuck off. Let them hate watch you. Like, I'm a drama channel. I'm an exposed channel. That's how I see it. You know, so all right, we're gonna move on. And we're going to the Conjuring House story. So it'll be Conjuring House story. We're going to cover Beardo again. And then Simply Strange. So, and we've been streaming 7:45. We've been streaming for about an hour. Let me get set up here. I'm reading. Yeah, people don't, the paranormal people, they don't understand what that is. I don't even have the clip. I wish I did. Oh, and yeah, all right. All right, listen, do you guys mind? I got to use the bathroom. I'm going to play a song. Use the bathroom. We're going to cover the Conjuring lawsuit really quick. Okay? Does that work for y'all? Oh, it's going to have to work for y'all. I'm going to need more than 2 minutes. Give me 3 minutes in the bathroom.
Yeah. You built your fame out of fear. You dressed up lies and called them faith. But time's the one thing you can't deceive, because dust don't forget. And dust knows the truth. You heard the members of PRS and Soul Lies, but dust knows the truth. You built a kingdom out of fear and disguise, but dust knows the truth. You preached about demons, but the real one was pride. You said we fight darkness while you hid inside. You promised redemption, wrapped it in fame, but all that light was just your name. In flames. You called it faith, I call it control. You said it was healing, but you empty souls. You used the stories to build your own, then left them haunted and alone. You heard the members of PRS and Soul Lies, but dust knows the truth. You wanted You called it spiritual, but it was slick. You played prophet with TV lights, while the truth sat bleeding behind the mics. They stood beside you when the storm began, but when it crashed, you broke your own clan. Now every rerun's a ghost in disguise, reminder that fame can't exercise lies. You heard the members of PRS and soul lies, but dust knows the truth. You ruled the world with your dark red prize, but dust knows the truth. You can't pray away the weight of the past. You can't charm your way through a mirror crack. Every secret berry still breathes in the air. And dust don't care. You said the spirits speak, so tell me what they say. Did they whisper the cost of the games you play? You called yourself chosen, a man with proof, but even the spirits turn and walk from your truth. Now your legend's a shadow, your name's a scar. Your empire faded, but your ghosts aren't far. The truth don't die, it just changes view, and now it's staring straight back at you. You heard the members of PRS and soul lies, but dust knows the truth. You built your altar on the pain you devised, but dust knows the truth. Yeah. Dust don't fade, dust don't lie, and it still remembers. Dust don't fade, dust don't lie, and it still remembers.
Yo, I'm raiding. Yeah. All right, guys. Full screen. All right, let me get to. Let's see. Gotta show my stream. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? So I did cover this before. I don't know if y'all remember when I covered the Conjuring House auction and that it got canceled. Originally, Andrew Perrin put out a plea for Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters to purchase the Conjuring House. Now, he started a GoFundMe. And I wonder if this next one, I think this is the GoFundMe. He's at $320,375 raised. And, you know, right, I think it was the day of the auction or the day before. Anyway, it went off auction because somebody paid the debt on the house. Not the house itself, but the debt. And it turned out to be Elton Castee, who, you know, they bought the Warren Museum. Y'all remember that. The comedian Matt Rife and investigator Elton Castee, they bought the Warren Museum. And, you know, they're trying to buy this Conjuring House. And they feel, my opinion, Matt and Elton are upset because the community is literally coming together to help Jason Hawes buy the Conjuring House. So if anyone but Jason Hawes gets the Conjuring House, then that means whoever buys it is probably going to get some backlash. Well, obviously, there have been new developments. The Conjuring Home fight sparks lawsuit against Ghost Hunters star Jason Hawes. Now, all the other debunked channels, they all covered this. And, I mean, I knew about it like when they did, maybe a little bit before they did a lot of them. But I didn't run the story because I cover two fan bases. So I was covering another story. I'm like, I'll come back and cover this. And I could have reached out to Jason Hawes at any time to ask for a statement. When I message Jason Hawes, he always replies to me. However, I thought in this case it would be pointless for me to even message Jason Hawes because he's in a lawsuit. Like, he can't talk about certain things, you know? So it's so weird that the bank scheduled the auction for Halloween. That doesn't feel like a bank decision. No, I agree. The Conjuring House, that story sounds familiar. Like Sam and Colby going into the wrong Conjuring House. Yeah, I covered that too. I saw this on other channels before Jason commented on it. And then the React channels did it. Yeah, I knew about this like right when everything was filed. And I mean, it is what it is. I didn't have time to cover it. But this is a news article, and I do want to listen to it.
But we begin with another shakeup in the Conjuring House controversy. A new lawsuit is asking the court to block the possible sale of the famous farmhouse.
Target 12 investigator Sarah Granelli joins us now live in studio with the details. Sarah?
Well, Kim, Shannon, many people were vying to buy the Conjuring House when it was heading for auction in October.
And guys, this is a cash cow. Whoever buys this house, like, they have the potential of making a lot of money. So of course there's going to be lawsuits. Yeah, Jason has to be careful. Yeah, like, dude, like, whether dude likes me or not, like, I think Jason Hawes likes me, but he doesn't trust me because of how I cover stuff, and that's fine. But yeah, he does have to be careful. But let's continue on.
The lawsuit filed by the homeowner's sister claims the owner was having mental health issues when she signed over her right to sell the property. The famous Conjuring House, known for its paranormal activity, is once again in the headlines. This lawsuit was filed in Rhode Island Superior Court by the owner, Jacqueline Nunez's sister, Elizabeth.
So the woman who owns it, it was her sister that filed the suit, saying that she's got mental health problems, she's not in her right mind, and she's trying to sell the house to Jason Hawes, who's doing this GoFundMe. And the lawsuit is blocking all of that, supposedly, from what I gather.
Greenhalgh. The 13-page document is giving insight into what's allegedly happened behind the scenes since Nunez defaulted on her loan earlier this year. Greenhalgh alleges in October, Nunez signed over a limited power of attorney to do all things necessary with respect to the sale of the property with Jason Hawes for no less than $1.3 million. Hawes was the star of Sci-Fi's TV show Ghost Hunters. The lawsuit is asking the court to step in and to block the agreement. The lawsuit alleges Nunez has had erratic behavior for the past 2 years.
And I did hear that. I heard the owner was nuts, allegedly. It's okay, I believe it, but officially, allegedly. But if she's not in her right mind, then Jason Hawes might be in some trouble, and maybe you need to raise a little bit more money to get that house. Well, let's continue.
Citing when Target 12 first reported she fired an employee because a spirit told her he was stealing.
Wait, what? Hang on, we got to hear that again.
Because a spirit told her had erratic behavior for the past 2 years. Citing when Target 12 first reported she fired an employee because a spirit told her he was stealing.
A fucking ghost told her to fire someone, so she did. That's just like the spirit of my spirit box told me to unfollow Henry Resilient and to do hate videos on him So I have to because the spirit told me so. It gives off the I hear voices in my head vibes, and I do what the voices tell me to do vibes. And I'm not trying to be I am trying to be an asshole, but that's the vibe it gets off. But
was later arrested for drunk driving. The lawsuit alleges Nunez would never sell to Hawes after he encouraged people to boycott the Conjuring House last year. At the time, Target 12 reported Hawes filed a restraining order against Nunez, alleging she sent him threatening and harassing text messages. When the property was set...
Damn, that's the lawsuit. Hold on, guys. This is what happens when my dumbass doesn't pay enough attention. I have that. And let me pull up the lawsuit. I actually have the lawsuit. Why my dumbass didn't. Like, I had it, but for some reason I didn't include it. And I actually had it before. I actually got it right before, and I know this. I got it right before Simply Strange got his, but this is the lawsuit. I believe. Yep. Plaintiff Elizabeth. Retained. Complaint filed. And I saw somewhere that, yeah, temporary restraining order right here. So this is the restraining order, guys. And it was filed on the 9th. This was filed 4 days ago. I literally got this the day. Like, everything here was saying pending when I first saw it. And then I looked at it like yesterday or something. And I saw all of this. But yeah, it's for a restraining order, guys. So this restraining order business, it's real business.
Caught the Conjuring House last year. At the time, Target 12 reported Hawes filed a restraining order against Nunez, alleging she sent him threatening and harassing text messages. When the property was set to go to auction, Hawes...
I wonder what the text messages were. Like, what threatening messages did Jason Hawes get? You stay away from my family, or I'm gonna send Dashiba after you. Like, what the fuck threatening messages?
Started this GoFundMe to raise money to buy the farmhouse. After Andrea Perrin, whose family story put the home into the spotlight, asked him to save the farm. The auction was eventually canceled when a company controlled by YouTuber Elton Castee purchased the underlying debt. Castee declined to comment, but has been seeking to buy the property with famous comedian Matt Rife. Hawes declined to comment.
Hold on a second. Was also saying to boycott the Conjuring House. Yep. Yeah, so, but there was something here that I caught. Oh yeah, he's talking about these other two morons. I mean, investigators.
Asked him to save the farm. The auction was eventually canceled when a company controlled by YouTuber Elton Castee purchased the underlying debt. Castee declined to comment, but has been seeking to buy the property with famous comedian Matt Rife. Hawes declined to comment for this report, but posted on social media that they are continuing to handle everything through the appropriate legal channels. What I can say is that we are moving forward.
And that's exactly what Jason Hawes would tell me if I messaged him. Because I've talked to him before, and I get that same BS. But, like, it's because he can't say anything. So, if you think about it, guys, you have Jason Hawes and the owner that are trying to make a deal. Then you have the owner's sister who's trying to say that the owner is not mentally stable and is... In my opinion, this is my opinion, this is not fact. The owner's sister, for all we know, is working with Elton Castee, who bought the debt. And so you literally have a split family arguing over money. And so you have Elton Castee on one side and Jason Hawes on the other. That's just my opinion. That's not fact. Don't get mad. Actually, you can get mad. I don't really care, but let's continue.
Did not immediately comment on the lawsuit. She has previously told me that she would never sell the property. We reached out to an attorney for Nunez's sister, but haven't heard back. With the Target 12 investigator, Sarah Granelli, 12 News.
So that is, let's see. Yeah. So, let's see. Where was this sister over the last 2 years? I agree. Like they were, I think it was said that they were estranged until the house was going up for sale. And they say, guys, money does weird things to people. It destroys families, literally. So, like, it's just a family arguing. And you have Jason Hawes on one side of that family trying to buy it. You have Elton Castee on the other side trying to buy it. And so that's where the lawsuits are coming in. And again, that's my take on it. Is it fact? I think some of it is. I think some of it's not. I think Jason Hawes might watch this and go, Dust isn't stupid. All right. You guys ready? We're about to get into the controversy. Simply Strange, Mr. Ben. If you are watching, we about to cover that. News was going so far off the rails, she was right on the news somewhere. I have screenshots of her public posts. They were extremely unhinged. I saw those. I have those. I'm a troll on the internet. They're a little too unhinged for me. All right, guys. So we're going to cover Simply Strange and the Tessa Groff stuff. After that's done, I'm gonna drop the link, and then we'll see what's up. So, guys, if y'all remember, I was doing a video on Ryan Buell. I did a video on Ryan Buell, and Tessa Groff commented in the comment section of my video, talking shit, saying I'm a liar. And then I decided to do a live stream reacting to those comments. That's where it started, Ben, because you were a little confused on where it started. She commented on my Ryan video saying I was lying about Ryan. And so then I was doing a video I was doing a live stream covering, showing the comments that she left. And that's when Sean called in. And when, Ben from Simply Strange decided he was going to cover it. He was going to cover the drama between me and Tessa Groff. And just like Tessa, Ben found out what happens when you kick the hornet's nest.
Well, Roger's taking forever.
Hi, Roger. We're gonna go on YouTube.
Yeah, these things are cool. Okay.
Hey, don't hit the nose. See?
Okay, ready? This is what happens. You fuck around, you find out, right? That's just how that is. But, Ben did a video. So, you know, I do this live stream and I'm covering Tessa Groff defends Ryan Buell. She was defending him in the comments of one of my videos. And so I'm just covering. There's a picture of Tessa in some suit. And this is, at this point, this is where Sean is on. Someone gave Sean my number and he called while I'm streaming. And like he kind of pushed himself onto the stream. I was like, no, I'll interview you later. And he was like, no, I want on right now. And I let him on. And I thought that he would be interested in, like, maybe he was going to expose like something about Tessa. Maybe Tessa was scamming, or maybe he was going to prove that she's not psychic or something. But all we got was this, guys. We got this. We got Sean showing screenshots of their conversations and how they dated. It says, thank you again, or, at least what he says. I love having you there with me. It means a lot and seeing how much. So I do this live stream and I'm poking the bear because I don't care. Like, and Sean sends me images like this. Like, ooh, they're dating and whatnot. And Tessa Groff still maintains that they never dated. Sean maintains that they did. To me, I don't really care. And then, of course, Tessa Groff made these accusations. You know, made these accusations on Sean in the comments of that live stream. Oh, he's a pedo. He's this, he's that. And Sean is saying, oh, she was never a teacher and she cheated on me with Nick. And there was a lot of back and forth. And then there were comments that were saying at the time, I believe, that there was an open case against him. Well, then I decide, well, I'm going to make the live stream private. Well, actually, I didn't make it private yet. Tessa Groff sent me a message and she wanted to talk. I was at work. I'm like, I'll talk to you when I'm off work. I don't have time for this. So she was mad at that first. And then I talked to her that night and she's telling me all this stuff, you know, all these cases and you know, all this stuff with these women, you know, and that they're cases from other women and he's assaulted people. And, you know, I'm like, all right, do you have a police report? Do you have a police report number? Do you have a case number? Is there an active case? And she's like, well, I'll try to find it. I'm like, okay, well, if you're making these accusations, I need proof. So I private the live stream and I do this video. Why my Tessa live stream went down. And literally, like I literally talk about, are you not trying to really say who you are too much, or?
Everybody knew me as Reverend Sean Patrick.
What's on your mind? What would you like to talk about with Tessa Groff? You're mixing up different restraining orders for different purposes filed by different people at different times. The civil suit restraining order restrains the house sale. All I'm saying is that there were restraining orders. I wasn't specific with it. I wasn't specific with it. We moved on though, but thank you for that. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you.
Tell you what, you ask me a question since everybody's on the knowledge train about who she really is and the fraud she really is.
You know, of course, the live stream went private. And I basically talk like everything I just told you, I basically talk about. And I tell people, I go, I want evidence. Like, I don't want this trust me, bro bullshit. Okay? If you're going to make accusations, I want proof. Prove it. Prove these things against Sean. Okay? And Florio, who y'all know, was actually on this with me. She was also talking to Tessa. And I was also talking to Sean, and we were gathering information. I asked Sean, like, is there an active case? And he did say that there was a terroristic threat charge that was dropped. The charges were dropped. And it was in like 2012 or something, I think. I do have this stuff, but it was a long time ago. There was nothing, like, he's not on any sex registry. Any charges that were filed were dropped, and there was nothing that said anything about any type of sexual misconduct. And Florio looked into that, and I looked into that. And so much so that Tessa Groff went on Florio's channel, did an interview, talked about, she talked about the Sean stuff for a while, and then she got into the stuff with Nick Groff and his ex-wife, and it's interesting to me, like, Tessa didn't ask Florio to take this down, and it's probably because she mostly talks about Nick and her ex, or his ex, versus Sean, who Sean's in the beginning. And then most of this is about, like, Nick Groff's ex. However, let me find it. So, Florio and I, literally, we did our research, and we're not the only ones. Henry Resilient. Where are you, Henry? I want these paranormal people to know. Henry Resilient. He has 2 channels, like I said. This is his main channel. And he covers Twitch drama, okay? He pulls court documents on these Twitch people and on these mainstream celebrities. That's what he does. Okay? And then he has a second channel where he covers Power Rangers. Just like I got a channel covering paranormal, and I have another channel covering Power Rangers. Same thing. Dude, look at his subscriber count. Look at his views. He pulls court documents. Go ask anyone in the Resilient Army, which are the people that watch Henry. He pulls these court documents. He was on this. He found nothing on Sean. Nothing. Florio found nothing on Sean. I found nothing on Sean. So what do we do? What do we do? Florio and I talked, and we decided, we're going to do a paranormal court, Sean Patrick versus Tessa Groff. It's on the Paranormal channel. And we just make fun of the whole thing because we thought it was all fucking stupid. Because Sean's just complaining about how she left him. And most of the messages were about that and not really about like anything paranormal really, other than, she's not psychic because she doesn't have a certificate and she was never a teacher. Florio checked and found evidence, and we show the proof. Tessa Groff was a teacher. We show that. Florio also in this video, in this live stream, debunks Sean saying that Tessa cheated on Sean with Nick Groff. The timeline doesn't match up. No. Tessa didn't cheat on Sean with Nick Groff. It's impossible. If you go and you look at like who she was dating around that time up till now. So we caught him in some lies, and she can't prove anything. And she maintains that they never dated. So I think we have two people that just don't freaking like each other. And whether they dated or had a toxic friendship, that's what it is. Okay. So then we have Simply Strange, who saw all of this unfold and decided that he was going to do a video. And here's the thumbnail for it. The Tessa Groff drama is insane, Simply Strange. And, you know, I was covering a Power Ranger story when this happened. And I'm like, and I must show, because I show part of Ben's video that is privated. I'll show it. There's a lot of drama, guys, you know, especially with me, because Simply Strange dropped a video and decided to cover the, you know, the stuff with me and Tessa.
Remember,
you know,
over the past couple of weeks, there's been a little bit of drama involving a YouTube channel called Dust Productions, okay, and a paranormal, well-known person in the paranormal by Tessa Groff. Now, Tessa Groff obviously is...
And we're not actually going to react to this today. This is the biggest mistake I made. I was covering Power Ranger stuff. I wasn't going to cover this. I wanted to do a dedicated stream reacting to this. And the video went private, guys. Look, when you click on the video, it goes private. Now, remember, let me find it. What happens when you kick the hornet's nest, guys?
Okay, ready? Hold up.
Literally, Ben thought he was just covering another story. Now, this video, obviously, it went private. And when it went private, guys, I sent Ben a message, which I have. Ben did message me today, and I won't be showing that one. So, Ben, if you're watching, I'm not showing the second one. I'm going to show the first one. So this is Ben. And I go, hey, this is Dust. So I was wondering why you privated that Tessa video. Just curious. Now, guys, I already know why this video went private. I know why. And y'all should know why too. That video went private because this person, Tessa Groff, messaged Ben. I knew that before he even messaged me. Because Tessa messaged me the next day after my live stream, begging, like, just not begging, but asking repeatedly. I won't say begging, Tessa. Asking me repeatedly to take the live stream down. And I kept telling her repeatedly to prove the accusations that you're saying. Because no one in my camp can find these, you know, proof of these accusations. Okay. So Ben messaged me, or Ben didn't message me for days. I sent that, and I told him, well, I didn't respond to him. He can watch this video. However, he didn't read the Instagram message because we don't follow each other. So if I message him, it goes to message requests. I never check message requests like a couple times a year. I should probably get better at doing that. So I don't think that he left me on red necessarily. So I'm going to give him grace there. But he privated the video. And he did send me a message, and I'll read some of it. There's some part of the message in here, guys, that I cannot read as it is personal. And I'm not going to show it. I'm just going to read it. So I hope you guys are okay with it. I'll have Ben on the screen here. So I keep in mind, I do the live stream. Tessa messages me, tries to get me to take the live stream down. I temporarily take it down and tell her I'm looking for evidence. And I told her to get me information. If there's a case or anything, she needs to let me know. Or the video or the live stream would go back up. And so that's why she was communicating with me and Florio. So keep that in mind. And then we couldn't find anything, so we did our little paranormal court thing. All right. So Ben responds, "Hey man, hope you're doing well. Apologies for the late reply. I'll get into that in a moment," which we won't talk about that. That's the personal thing. "Just curious about this video that you have coming out on your channel," which is this live stream. "I've just seen this pop up in my feed with my face and the term sellout behind the term. Scared to speak the truth." Now, I don't know the context of the video, but this couldn't be further from the truth. And after reading the description, I have a strong inclination that this may be the case. Like, all right. I'm trying, Ben, take it easy. The reason the Tessa video was removed, here it is, guys. The reason the Tessa video was removed was because she reached out, which I already knew. He didn't have to tell me, I knew. She reached out to explain that there's a lot more context to this than what's actually out there. I was planning on speaking with her. I already did. Good luck. Getting her side of things, getting receipts, and then doing everything. Accusations to prove to, whatever. And he wanted to cover it journalistically because he's a debunk channel. He covers stories more of like a news format than me, who is an asshole and gives my asshole opinions. That's the first way to work and how I do things. Okay, now I have to skip the personal things. And then he gets back to, I have not been bought off. I've not been silenced. You have, and I'm going to tell you why in a moment. And I haven't been afraid to cover things. I covered Zach Bagans allegedly having relations with, someone underage. I'm not afraid to cover topics. It's just not been the top of my priorities. Now, Ben, do I think I'm a top priority or I'm a mainstream, like, huge story? No. Neither is Tessa Groff. I hope you can understand where I'm coming from here and why there's been pretty much radio silence on all of this. Not really. Just thought it's best that I talk to you in private. Sorry I made this public, but that's as far as I'm going to go with that message. But listen, here's my problem, Ben. Tessa messaged me and said all sorts of things. I'm sure she did the same to you, messaging you, saying she did this, or Sean did this, that, they never dated. He stalked her, all kinds of stuff. I asked her for police report numbers. I've asked her for case numbers. People made accusations that he put cameras in like some business or building that he owned, and it was like a woman-owned business. And they were in the chat saying, "Oh, I prove it's in my old phone." And I said, "Send me the proof. You got proof that he was convicted of something or a police report of something? Send it." And they're like, "It's on my old phone. You expect me to have my old phone?" I'm like, I have all my old phones, number one. And number two, when you get a new phone, you either take your shit from your old phone and store it. If it's something important, what I would consider important, you got evidence on someone that could be used in a court of law, and you just leave that shit on your old phone and throw it away? No. When you tell me, trust me, bro, that doesn't mean shit. Prove it to me. All right? Without proof, you have nothing. And so I'm sure that, you know, it's just an unhealthy thing for Sean and for Tessa. But Tessa messaged Simply Strange, messaged Ben, and said, "Take this video down. He did this, and this." And of course, Simply Strange was probably like, "Oh, damn," and did what I did, privated the video. Can I give you crap for that? No, but yes. Because I privated the video and I waited for evidence that I never got. And me and Florio both say it in the paranormal court video. And I know you talked to Florio. And so, like, the only thing we could prove, like, we could disprove a few things that Sean said. We had zero evidence of anything that Tessa was saying on Sean. And you're looking for stuff? Dude, we looked. There's no case. Listen, if you said you plan on talking to Tessa, great. Best of luck, number one. Two, ask for a police report number. Ask for a case number. If she shows you some domestic terroristic threat from 2012, that ain't nothing where the charges were dropped. Is it shady? Does it show that he's not a good person? In the past, definitely. But it doesn't prove these accusations that they are currently saying. Okay? And if she says that there is a case, but it's sealed, you can still get the case number and look it up and see that the documents are sealed, but you would at least know that there is a case. So my advice is to get the case number. Now I want you to look at this from my point of view. I put out the live stream. I private the live stream after talking to Tessa. We don't find too much evidence either way. Me and Florio do the paranormal court thing. You cover it. And that video goes private. I instantly know that Tessa talked to you and had you take that video to private. Now, if you talk to Tessa and she asked you to take that video down, okay, you private that video. How long will it be before you make that before you make that video public? If she does not provide you evidence of the claims that she told you, I asked for the same thing, and all I got was "trust me, bro." We couldn't find anything. So I already knew that's what it was. And I'm not calling you a sellout. That's clickbait, dude. Come on, clickbait. Side-eye guys in the thumbnail. I wasn't going to trash him. I'm more or less letting you know, dude. She did this. She's doing the same thing to you that she did to me. If there's a case, provide the case numbers, police report numbers. Send me the proof. She's not. And she won't send it to you, I imagine. Because if she would have sent it to me, or she would have sent it to Florio. So without you even knowing or realizing it, she shut your video down and silenced you without proving it. And my boy here, not him, although he is cool. Where are you, Henry? Where are you, Henry? Henry Resilient. Where are you? Yep. My boy Henry. Like, he pulls court documents. He can find just about anything. He didn't find it. And this is what his channel is. It's what he does. Nothing. So, where are you, Ben? So, me, Florio, Henry, and other YouTubers looked and could not find it. Let me check the chats. Yeah. Okay. So Tessa's throwing her paranormal weight around, basically. Yeah, that's what I think. I'm allowed to think it. It's one thing to talk a lot, but then not giving any proof really makes one think. We know he was incorrect too, which Sean was not correct about a lot of stuff, and Florio proved it. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Florio proved Sean was wrong on some things, like the teaching thing, but Tessa's being shady here. Yeah, she is, because she has no proof. It's literally, trust me, bro, it's true about him. Prove it to me. Yeah, actually, on a new phone at this point, you transfer everything. Yeah. Like, sure, it's yeah, big accusations. I figured Tessa talking to Ben would be similar to how Tessa talks with Florio went. Florio is really, she wants to talk, she doesn't want to talk about the Ben stuff. She wants to talk about the Nick Groff and his ex stuff. And as soon as Tessa started talking to Florio, the communication with me, like, she grudgingly messaged me when I'm asking him, like, where's your evidence? Like, you said you were going to send me stuff. And the replies I got was, I can't believe I have to do this. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to go through this trauma again. Okay, if you legit went through trauma, I get it. Very sorry. But you're making these accusations and we can't find it. So please send us the proof. You could not send us the proof. Now you talk to Simply Strange and you tell them this, probably the same stuff, okay, which may or may not be true. We can't find the proof. And now Simply Strange says he's going to look into it. And I bet he doesn't get the proof. So my question to you, Ben, is when are you going to talk to Tessa? Have you talked to Tessa? Did she give you case numbers? Do you have proof? We don't have it. We can't find it. She couldn't provide it. Your video went down. I don't think you privated the video because you're besties with Tessa. You privated the video because she made the accusations, and then she has not provided the proof. Now, You may not have reached out to her because of personal reasons. Great. It's irrelevant. Because even if you had, in my opinion, you would not have gotten that evidence because I don't think it exists. And I'm not trying to defend Sean. I really don't like his views. I don't like he was whatever, definitely got anger issues, and he's not a good, I don't think he's a good person or a great person. He's more or less more concerned with upset with Tessa not dating him, which, like, especially if it was years ago, whether they did or not, it's creepy that you're still thinking about it. But Tessa cannot prove anything, and that's all I want. And well, if she can't prove it, then why are you private? Like, and if she doesn't provide you the proof, the question is, if she doesn't provide you the proof, do you keep that video down or do you put it back up? Do you allow her to have control over you like she had control over me? What I'm thinking right now is, because everyone in my camp said, yo, when I privated my live stream, they're like, Dust, you folded. I can't believe it. I'm like, oh, I'm looking for evidence. I never found the evidence. Now, there's a few things in that live stream, like he talks about Tessa's brother and some other stuff. What I'm thinking right now is, I think I will take a couple clips out where he talks about like her brother or whatever stupid crap like that, like about her family, and take that out. And then I think I might just make that live stream live again, because no one has shown me proof. And if there is a real case, then the police need that live stream. And Ben, if you need my live stream, I think there's a way I can give you permission to see it. Send me another message and I'll fix it so that you can see that live stream. Does that work for you? And I don't hate you, Ben. It's just, you're more of a journalistic channel, debunk channel. I'm an exposed drama channel / asshole. Like, styles are different. But let's see here. Sorry, most of the chats are me. It's all good. If I look, seems like they were they were toxic, regardless of what they actually were to each other. But like, the paranormal channel doesn't do too well right now. I need more people. Like, all I do is promote the paranormal live streams when I do paranormal videos, and I still get more viewers on the main channel. And I'm trying to get this other channel monetized and get it going. So when this live stream ends, it will not be on the main channel. You will only be able to see it on the paranormal channel, like the playback. And I will cut clips of this. So Ben, I don't hate you. Like, I've reacted to some of your stuff. I was on your live stream when you had Jason Hawes on for an interview. Whatever. It's just this. It bothers me that she could not provide evidence and expected me to keep that live stream down. And you do your video and she talks to you and it goes down. I know maybe you've talked to her yet. You probably haven't. But even when you do, she's not going to give you evidence. It's going to be, trust me, bro. That's what I think. So, in my opinion, did she silence you? Yeah. Did she silence me in the beginning? Yeah. I don't really care, to be honest. Like I don't care to cover Tessa. She should have kept her mouth shut. If she had never commented about my Ryan Buell video or left comments in my Ryan Buell video, none of this would have happened. She commented on something That had nothing to do with her. She kind of got into trouble like that with Chip Coffee, if I remember correctly. And that, like, that's another thing, Ben. Like, yeah, I was like, oh, Tessa Groff unfollowed me. Well, yeah. She didn't unfollow me. Like, she unfollowed me because she saw that I was doing videos on Ryan. She followed me originally because I did that video between her and Chip, and I was calling out Chip Coffee. So Tessa Groff followed me. Well, then she saw, like, oh, he, like, says stuff about Ryan. I can't support that. So she unfollowed me. So I should have clarified. So I've clarified that for you. It was way before any of this stuff. And that was something that I was going to nitpick out of your original video. But that's it. That's all I got on Simply Strange. You want the facts, Simply Strange. Mr. Ben. You want the facts. I hope you get them. Because all I got was trust me, bro. That wasn't enough. I will post a link to my other channel, yes. So let me I can close out of a lot of this. Oh, there is one other story I'm going to cover. Let me get to my other channel. I'll post that and I'll cover that, and then I'm going to drop the link. So the Paranormal channel, that's where all of my recorded live streams are going to be, guys. And when I drop a paranormal video, that's where it's going to be. Like, I'm trying to bring life to the Paranormal channel so that when I stream about Power Rangers, if you guys don't like Power Rangers, I will never stream anything but paranormal stuff on the Paranormal channel. When I go live about Power Rangers, the Paranormal channel doesn't go live. When I stream about paranormal, both my channels are active because my viewers on the Power Rangers side watch my paranormal stuff. So there's the link to the channel. So, okay, guys, I want your opinion. Like, can I get y'all's opinion? Who do you think is right in this scenario? Do you think Ben was Ben really should have messaged me after talking to Tessa, but he didn't. Hopefully he talked to Florio. All these paranormal debunkers, all these paranormal channels, they all talk to each other behind the scenes. Some of them talk to me. Most of them don't. Because for this reason. Where is it? I gotta find the reason, guys.
It's fuck dust for life. Because you got my name in your mouth, you fucking clown.
So, and I don't get a lot of views, but when I talk about Ryan Buell, when I talk about Tessa Groff, when I was live streaming and Sean Patrick was on my live stream, that's exactly when Tessa Groff, Ryan Buell, and Nick Groff made posts defending Ryan Buell. When I stream about Tony Sparrow gets all drunk in drunk posts on Facebook. Florio said it herself. She's like, I don't get it. You don't get a lot of views, but you trigger the shit out of them. I'm like, it's because it's how I cover them. I'll cover rumors. And I'll say it's a rumor. I'll cover what I think, and I'm an asshole and a troll about it, and they hate that. They hate that this is not my livelihood. If somebody struck my channel, I would pursue legal action. I'd be like, no, I'll go to court. If somebody takes me to court over something that I say on live stream, that's part of the game. I will go to court. It ain't gonna. If somebody decided to sue me for defamation, I would cover that on my channel, the court case. Monetize your haters, monetize everything. All right. And this is perfect. Because now we're going to talk about Beardo. Beardo. Oh, excuse me, I'm sick. All right. Beardo gets scared a while back. He's a paranormal debunker. And he got 3 copyright strikes on his channel. False copyright strikes. Because some channels asked him to try to debunk their evidence. He did. They didn't like the criticism. Pretty much. They false strike his channel. And then he pretty much does a live stream, you know, saying his channel's going to get shut down. And because he appealed the strikes and he was dealing with those stupid AI bots. And this channel, guys, Beardo Gets Scared, this is how he makes money for his family. He's got more than one channel, but I think this channel is his moneymaker. Well, look at this. Look at his, I want you to see his channel. Excuse me. You look at his views. Dude's doing good on views. Okay. 22K, 10K, 9K, 14K. You look at his live streams. He gets a lot of money in super chats. Like, he's doing views that I hope that I get on live streams eventually. But he got these false copyright strikes and his shit was going to get taken down. And I was talking to Beardo. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. Just appeal them. They're false copyright strikes. It's going to be okay. And he was freaking out. And the entire community came together. And everybody was tweeting YouTube on X or whatever. And sending YouTube messages. And Beardo was trying to talk to people behind the scenes. And talk to other creators. And eventually the strikes were going to be, taken down. And eventually he says the copyright saga is over. Well, we're going to watch this and I'm going to drop the link and I'm going to explain. Because I talked to Beardo before he made this video a little while back when he said that the strikes were getting removed. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I told you it was going to be fine. And he said, if he's honest, he's afraid to be himself on the internet. That's roughly what he says. I'm not going to give too much of his conversation. I'm getting all these messages. Well, anyways, he said he didn't want to be himself. I'm like, dude, you have to be yourself. This is part of what we do. And I know, these people, they don't realize I've been in the paranormal community before, and I've been on YouTube for a long time. And so I know the game. And the false copyright strikes, the threats of being sued, the hate mobs, it's all part of what we do. And you just have to be yourself and you have to be authentic. And I told Beardo this. And of course, it's always easier said than done. You almost lose your livelihood. You're going to be shitting bricks. And then eventually, things turned out okay for him. But we're going to watch this. Hey, just stopping in for a while. I'm taking a break. Hey, yeah. So I covered the Ben stuff earlier. I know that you're going to ask about that. But you can ask, you can watch it back. And I wasn't really talking trash about Ben. I was just talking about whatever, why I thought the video went down. And of course, Ben did get back to me, Florio. We can talk later. But this is Beardo, guys. And the copyright saga is over. The video, the copyright strikes are down. All of his stuff's been reinstated. I want to watch this, and then I want to close it. I will drop the link, but I'm going to close out what I think about people covering these stories, me covering these stories, Beardo, Florio, Simply Strange. This is going to tie everything up together for me in the end. Well, let's watch this, guys. Fair use, Beardo. I'm gonna watch your video all the way through, and in this video, he talks about he's not gonna play a video all the way through. I'm even gonna take myself off screen. Oh no, that's totally didn't work. I need computer screen. Oh no, I want this. Yeah, come get me, Beardo. He would laugh. I mean, sort of.
Yourselves and grab something sturdy, because YouTube, they just did something unprecedented. They made a reasonable decision. So if you don't normally watch this channel and you're unaware and somehow you found this video, this will make no sense, but I will make sense of it. So a number of weeks ago, I was hit by what I can only describe as a barrage of copyright strikes.
You got shit on, Beardo. Like, that's what it is.
First one from Spectral Paranormal, followed by 2 from Ghost Club Paranormal. I panicked. I hid all my Ghost Club Paranormal videos.
I know. I'm just giving Beardo shit because I like him. Like, when I like someone, I'll give them shit like this. So, like, I'm going to play this video all the way through. And I think I said earlier in the stream, I was like, yo, Beardo, you should totally copyright strike me and then lift it just to fuck with me. It'd be funny. I don't give a fuck. Like, I would laugh.
Spectral Paranormal removed a strike. Ghost Club's strikes had stacked, and I faced channel termination. I had 7.
Like, he could time me out in his chat for 10 seconds and be like, boom, there's dust. All right, cool. All right. Like, it would be funny. I don't care. I like it when people fuck with me.
Days notice of channel termination. It was Brown Pants City around these parts. We'll ignore the spectral element of this because he thrives off it, and I just don't argue with the guy anymore. It is completely pointless.
Oh, Beardo, you do not tell me that. Do not tell me not to fuck with somebody, Beardo. Because, oh my God.
Because you got my name in your mouth, you fucking clown. He's the one making people uncomfortable with his fucking memes.
Because I'll totally talk about that dude. Just because. Just to prove a point.
Ghost Club pretty much, bar one video that they must have missed, issued strikes for all the Ghost Club videos on my channel. 4 of them in total, I believe. Copyright strikes are a bold strategy. And instead of addressing criticism, they attempted to Thanos snap my channel out of existence.
Okay, Beardo, I'm going to give you a critique. This is the first critique for Beardo. Cool effect. Where's the sound effect? I would have liked a sound effect to that.
But here's the twist. My videos were fair use. Commentary, transformative, legally allowed, basically everything a DMCA takedown speedrun hates. And then YouTube stepped in, looked at the situation and went, interesting. Nah, not happening. I put in a counter notification, basically saying, hey, my videos fall within fair usage, commentary, criticism, etc. All the things allowed for fair usage. There was an outpouring on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or X, whatever.
I was one of them. I spoke out, not in a video, but on my social media.
You want to call it, even on TikTok. People in Team YouTube or YouTube Creator Team. And it seemed to work. I was fighting it my end through the YouTube system where I went into a chat with somebody. It was clearly a bot. And then when I lost my rag with the bot, clearly a real person took over because there was a real conversation taking place. Then I started to receive emails from people claiming to be lawyers. I'm saying claiming because, you know, I didn't ask for proof or anything. And there was a lot of advice given to me, and all of the advice was saying the same thing. Make this loud, make this proud. Keep this in the public eye. YouTube will basically be forced to look into it. And
that's exactly what I told them.
Exactly what I did. Some people think that what I did was the wrong thing.
No, you did the right thing. Like, appealing everything and making it very public. You have to make a big stink out of it. You have, especially because, like, Beardo has way more subscribers and gets way more views than me. But in the grand scheme of things, guys, he is a small channel. My friend Henry Resilient is a small channel. Florio is a small channel. Simply Strange is a small channel. We're small in comparison to these other channels. Okay? So when you're a small channel, you have to make, you have to go public, and you have to be as loud as you can so that your shit doesn't get deleted. So you did the right thing, Beardo.
Channel is still here, so it was probably the right thing, but I can see why people thought it was the wrong thing to do. Maybe I should have fought this more quietly, but then without the outpouring, would this have gone the way it did? I doubt it. Emails are exchanged, and then I basically get an email from a person at YouTube saying, right, I've seen all of the chat logs, I've seen the emails, I'm looking into your case, I will get back to you within 24 hours. And I'm like, another 24 hours, the days are counting down here, my channel's gone in a few days by the looks of this. And then within an hour, this person at YouTube had looked at the claims, looked at the evidence, looked at what I had said, looked at the strikes and went, nah, that's not right, and then removed the strikes. The strikes were completely wiped off my channel, but I still had this 10-day notification. But then we had Thanksgiving in the US, which is a bank holiday, weekends.
But here's the problem, Florio. This is my point. Okay, he did the right thing for his channel. People just worry him going public will give ideas to other fakers who use the system to ban us. This is nothing new, Florio. This has been going on YouTube for a very long time. It happened to Beardo. It will happen to someone else. And when it does, you have to be as loud as possible, like Beardo. We all supported him. We all spoke out on social media, and some did in videos. I didn't speak out in videos because I am the asshole that would have called all of them out, and I would have made shit way worse. That's why I didn't cover it at the time. But you can't be afraid of what people might do. You have to be you. You have to be authentic. You have to call these people out. And you cannot be afraid. If you are afraid, you are in the wrong business. Okay? I think if he didn't go public with it, and if his channel went away, that would have been empowered by the exactly. He did nothing wrong. And any YouTuber who says you shouldn't have gone public with it, they're morons. Shut the hell up. He's allowed to say it because he had to do it. Yeah, OTS, the people calling him out who are afraid, yeah, they can shut the hell up. This is about him. This is about Beardo, his channel, his livelihood. And he did the right thing. You cannot be afraid that people are going to false strike your damn channel. It can happen. It happened to my friend Henry. It's happened to me. All you can do is fight. And if you're too scared that that might happen to you, then you're in the wrong game.
The 10 days for the videos to be reinstated took far longer. But then this morning, I woke up to a beautiful sight in my emails. All of my GCP videos have been reinstated, meaning there was no legal action. at any point. If there had been any legal action, YouTube would not have removed the strikes, and they certainly would not have put the videos back up. In other words, every takedown has been reversed. Every attempt of a takedown has been reversed. You know, YouTube this morning hit me with a wall of emails that said, "Hey, you bearded loudmouth bastard. Sometimes
you are a bearded loudmouth bastard, and that's why I watch you." We talked about this on Fear the Living Pod on the new episode about how if a channel strikes you to silence you, that doesn't make us believe the striker. Yeah. Well, they're trying to. So when you cover someone and they false strike your channel, they have no power over you, and they're trying to get power over you. And so they false strike your channel, thinking that that shit's going to go through and that your shit's going to get deleted and then you're just going to be gone. Well, if you make a loud enough stink and you go through the proper channels, then that won't happen. And you just can't be afraid of it. So let's continue.
You get a little close to the sun, but you were right. And having that email is like, should I print it, laminate it, and stick it to the wall?
Beardo, I want you to print it, laminate it, frame it, and I want you to hold it up. I want you to make like a banner for it with like some confetti and like some applause. Like, that's what I want.
YouTube made good decisions, because the decisions in AI right now, not so good. I'm not here to start a paranormal WWE storyline. I'm not going into a WWE ring swinging around K2 meters like they fucking nunchuck. I make commentary videos. Commentary is fair use. I look at content, I give my take, and occasionally my eyebrow will raise so hard that I could break the sound barrier. So when someone tries to shut that down with copyright instead of conversation, yeah, that's really disappointing. It's upsetting. When somebody tries to shut your channel down through unfair means, it makes you take stock of things, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But basically, the system worked this time, and it worked in my favour. But the system worked this time. Maybe you could say miracles do happen. Wait, I'm actually a paranormal channel now. So moving forward, I'll keep being honest. I'll keep making videos. I'll keep debunking. I'll still be skeptical. I'll still be the skeptical believer. And if more people want to try the DMCA roulette wheel, you need to look at history, what has already happened.
Yeah, all the people that fake strike channels, you should look at this, because they ain't going to work out for you. And if you false strike a channel, you can lose the ability to copyright strike anyone. And you should all remember that.
Because YouTube kind of give me the reverse Uno card. But I'll defend fair use. Because if commentary dies, if criticism dies, then this platform becomes an echo chamber. Not just in the paranormal. Because people won't be able to comment on music. If you don't like music and you bring out a negative review.
Or Power Rangers. Like the Power Ranger community exposing scams, maybe. You know, like that's my other thing. That's Henry's thing. Especially if you false strike 3 times in a row. Yep.
You get hit with a copyright strike. Sets a really sad precedence where we live in an echo chamber where you can only say good things. But that doesn't mean that I haven't learned anything from this whole ordeal. I mean, 2 of the biggest takeaways for me were, I realized how much I love this channel, this platform. But I also realized how much this channel and this platform mean to you guys. People were genuinely upset. Like, really upset. As upset as I was at this channel potentially going bye-byes. And going forward, I have to keep that in mind.
From the beginning, I was like 80% sure he was going to be okay.
So while I will still be debunking, while I will still do debunking videos, I have to be more careful in how much footage I use. For example...
You do, and I'm not good with it. Whatever. And he can be more careful with that. That's fine.
Reacting to full episodes of specific channels. That's just inviting DMCA and copyright, because they're going to be like, oh, you've used the full video in its entirety. Doesn't matter if you've commented and broke it all up. You can still win those cases, I imagine, but...
You can.
Touchy. Is it worth the risk?
I think so, but you don't have to think so.
Absolutely not. But what I can do is when somebody says they have a specific claim, for example, the most violent poltergeist activity at this house, and then they got a thumbnail with something flying across the room, and then I look at that video, but in the sections where the poltergeist activity happens, it's not what is claimed and is very easily explained, then I will still cover things like that. What I also won't be doing is using people's images in the thumbnails. For example, the case that I've just...
I don't agree with this. Here we go.
Images in the thumbnails. For example, the case that I've just discussed will be in a video Thursday, but the thumbnail won't have the channel runner's face in it. It will have the event in there, or at least the event from the thumbnail, because it's very different to what happened in the video. And then I will break down what they claim, what really happened, and what I think happened, or potentially a perfect debunk, or sometimes outright fakery. But I will be looking...
And he's doing that so people don't feel attacked. But whether you show their face or not, dude, people are going to find the channel. People are going to know who you're talking about. Do what you want. It's your channel. I wouldn't do that shit. If somebody freaking made a video and I'm debunking it, which I don't do, but if I did do, their faces would be in the thumbnail. You know? But you do you, Beardo.
At the clips, not the people. I will be looking at the evidence they provide, not the people. However, if somebody does something in the name of the paranormal that is outright disgusting and morally bankrupt, like playing death tapes to encourage a ghost, then I am going to speak out about that.
Or hopefully if somebody fakes having cancer, or if, say, someone like, you know, someone doxes someone like Truth or Demons podcast, or, you know, hopefully, you know, whatever, maybe if someone's trying to silence some YouTubers, you know, that stuff, that's good stuff to, you know, cover. I know he's second guessing himself and he's being more cautious, and I get it, but at some point, man, you just gotta make the content,
because it's not normal to behave like that. If somebody goes into a crypt and lifts a skull out of a coffin, I'm going to still comment on things like that, because those are the things that hit the mainstream in the paranormal. Those are the things that give all of us a bad name. And if I stop speaking about things like that, then I've been muted. And even though I've won the copyright issues, criticism still loses because I'm afraid to speak. You guys have seen how safe I've been playing it the last 2 weeks.
Can I be honest? Beardo hasn't been himself. I haven't enjoyed the content as much because of it. I still watch Beardo. I still like Beardo. But he's playing it safe, and I can see it. I live life on the edge. So did he. That's why I watch. Like, that's what got me to watch him.
And some people have complained, rightfully complained. Some people have left the channel. They've been in the comment section like, what is this crap? I'm out. What is all this cartoony stuff? What is all of this light-hearted stuff? Where's the jokes? I'm out. And unfortunately, some of my jokes were a little too close to the bone. Some things I say, whilst meant to be humorous, are taken as an attack, or taken as bullying, or at least they claimed to be bullying comments. They're never meant to be bullying comments. Or some things.
Are you kidding me?
Like what?
So we've had people in the Power Ranger community. We had who was it? It was this Henry. This dude said that a thing of turpentine hit him, and like it messed him up. And this dude was attacking Henry, so Henry says this.
Dog, go fucking drink turpentine, dog. Get the fuck out of here.
And, you know, and of course, we've had people say this.
I'm not calling myself retarded or anything, but I'm mentally challenged.
You know, and we've had people say, you know, what else? Like these sound bites, it's literally people like getting pissed. Like this is a friend of mine, Francis. Jason David Frank, he played the Green Ranger as his assistant. And she said this on a live stream, and we clipped it.
I was going to come on my computer, but you know.
We've had people say stuff.
You's a bitch. And the reason why people ain't fucking with you is because you are a liar.
You know, like all these sound bites, guys, and I hardly play them. You know, Reekin saying
fuck Dust for life.
And
if you want to fuck me, Henry, just say that, bro.
Like literally, we've had in my camp, in Henry's camp, we've had stuff like that. Inappropriate jokes. And if people have, like, if you know it's a joke or you say it's a joke, then it's a damn joke. Where is it? I gotta find it because we had someone in our camp who was black and says this, and I use the soundbite.
Apologize, nigga.
I don't say the N-word. And some people super chat me and go, "Can I get an apologize?" So I
apologize, nigga.
So I play it because they super chatted it. And that's Renee, and she was really mad at Reekin Ranger. But like, dude, sometimes stuff is just crazy. You know, sometimes you're raiding, you know. Well, you have to realize when YouTube becomes your primary income, you feel the need. Yeah, I get it. But when you play it safe, people may not want to watch because you're not being you. Well, of course I'm acknowledging they're inappropriate, Brent. Like, come on, Brent. Brent fam, Mr. Fam, where are you?
Okay, I might have left something out of context.
I mean, of course they're inappropriate, but that's why we laugh at those. To be honest, these sound bites will get you one day with the YouTube system. Well, I have the same sound bites as Henry Resilient. He plays the same ones. He's never been caught. All of us YouTubers on my side have been doing it. It's what I do. And if people don't like it, they don't have to watch. I'm not going to change for nobody. If you're watching because you like my content. You know? It is out of context. Like, look, Brent's in the chat.
Okay, so what?
There he is. You know, like, here's Brent again.
Shit, I didn't know Henry was this big.
Out of context, but it's so hilarious out of context. So, like, with us, it's like, I can think you can be yourself and balance the system. I ain't changing for nothing. Nothing. Like, if YouTube hit me, I'd go, okay. And then I'd go back to what I'm doing. But I've been at this for a while. I've been in the Power Ranger community for a while. Haven't been hit. Henry hasn't been hit. Beardo will get upset about a new story and go back to himself. I wouldn't worry about it. He is just trying to find a good fit. People need patience. What do you mean by Beardo will get upset about a new story and go back to himself? But you have a job outside of YouTube, dude. Beardo doesn't. Here's the thing, Florio. I know YouTubers like Beardo where that's their job. And if their shit went away, they'd be in the same boat as Beardo was. You have to be yourself. You have to be authentic. I'm not saying that Beardo has to play the crazy out of context sound bites that I have, but he does need to be himself. Yeah, but all I'm saying is Beardo should be himself. And he should not be afraid that somebody's going to false strike him. You're going to have haters. You're going to have hate watchers. That's part of the game. Monetize the hate watchers. Your haters are going to be your biggest supporters. Rican calls off work. Yeah, this, like Henry Resilient covers Rican Ranger. Rican Ranger calls off work just to like go at Henry. It's crazy. Yeah, that's why we find a balance with it. I mean, they're really whatever. Just make sure you're within fair use. And I do know, and Henry has told me this, don't cuss or say anything the first half hour of your live stream or you get demonetized. I'll consider that balance. All I'm saying is have patience. He will go back to himself once he... Yeah, I know. It's going to take him a little bit of time. I'm just saying I would like him to be him. He needs to realize that he has to be true to himself. You know, and you just can't be afraid. You can't be afraid to put people's pictures in a thumbnail. I put Ben's picture in a thumbnail. I message him. He doesn't reply to me until I plan a live stream and he's in the thumbnail. Let's finish watching this. Because I'm not actually arguing with you, Florio. YouTube is, yeah. It may or may not matter. I don't really care. They can go, like this live stream, like usually, if I cover Power Ranger content, I'm getting super chats. Whenever I do these paranormal stuff, I never get any damn super chats. But like if I'm acting like this on my monetized channel and Henry does and we don't get clapped, I mean, we're not seeing the issues that maybe you have seen. I don't know. But it's all how you word things and the titling of the video. So like the balance for me would be you say self-delete, not the other thing, right? Or you say PDF file, not the actual word. Because those are the words that'll get you demonetized. I mean, don't pay an artist. Do your own thumbnails, but whatever. Again, I said this earlier. He can be himself. It's fine. I hate making thumbnails too. But let's finish watching this. I'll drop the link.
Why have you sexualized this person whilst this person is in a strip club making sexual jokes? But when I make one, that's misogynistic. No, it's not. Does bad behavior plus bad behavior equal good behavior? Absolutely not. They probably shouldn't make those jokes, and I certainly shouldn't have added to it.
Yeah, like Tessa calling Sean a PDF file. Like, that's what I say.
But it is what it is. It's just mental warfare, and I'm done with that aspect of it. I'm done with the arguing of people, and I'm done screaming and shouting about things that are not the paranormal, because it deflects. Massively deflects. But at the same point, I'm still not going to be just rolled over. I'm not going to be silenced because people don't like the truth being spoken.
Some people don't like the truth. And sometimes I do videos trolling where I do a sketch where I take a picture of Brent Pham, who's in my chat. I frame a picture of Brent Pham and I'm the Red Ranger simp, and, you know, and I talk some shit and whatever. And Brent laughs when I take that out. And one day, like, I'll see him at a convention. I'll get him to sign it, and maybe we'll have dinner. Like, or like I did a skit for Rican Ranger. Like, I do like crazy shit, and literally like I troll people. So like the way I do things is
people
different.
Don't like being questioned.
Just wait. I'll get a framed picture of someone in the paranormal. I'm gonna troll them.
Because if somebody has extraordinary claims, we are allowed to question that. We're allowed to criticize that. We're allowed to debunk that. So massive thank you to everyone that reached out, whether privately, whether in the comment section, through emails, Facebook, those who posted in defense, those who changed their profile pictures on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, those that were using the hashtag Justice for Beardo, and And even you guys that just watch this chaos unfold like a paranormal soap opera. I appreciate you guys. So, the videos are back, the channel is clean, and the world is once again safe from supernatural kung fu copyright. Hoo-cha! Stay safe, stay skeptical, and keep critical thinking. And by all means, have your own voice. Much love to you all. Beardo out.
I mean, yeah. It's cool. We like Beardo. I'm not talking shit. Just be yourself. Be you. I get it. You're going to be a little cautious. You get back in the swing of things. Everything will be fine. Everything will be cool. I think through all of this, like, through the Tessa thing, that's when me and Florio, like, started, like, talking back and forth. And, like, that's cool. So I got, like, a connection out of that. I haven't talked to Truth or Demons in a while because she's just been going through stuff, so I've just kind of left her alone. Everything's been quiet in the paranormal community as far as, like, me. No portraits of Brent and Alex, or not portraits, yeah. So, literally, like, those are just out of context, like, used for skits. It's in a prop box. I am a troll. Befriend me at your own risk on the internet. I'm not a debunker. I'm a drama/exposed channel. And I'm a troll. If you want to do videos with me, that's cool. Like Florio did. Like, she don't agree with everything I do, and that's fine. In my opinion, like, I think Florio's kind of reserved in some stuff, but that's fine. That's her. But we do have some good conversations. And yeah, you can go back and watch the Ben stuff. He did send me a message. I never replied. I left him on red. I'm just gonna tell him to watch the stream. Like, I talk about him like near the end. Maybe I'll give him timestamps. But let me close out some of this stuff, and then I'll drop the link for certain people to come up. I see Fam in the chat, so I'm betting we'll see a Brent Fam up in here. So I'm gonna put the my paranormal channel in the chat. He literally messaged me like a couple hours before the stream, Florio. And I'm just like, yo. It's just like when I do a video on Ryan Buell, he'll make a post. Like, it doesn't matter who it is, Florio. I do any video, any live stream on anyone, and they freak the fuck out. Go subscribe to my paranormal channel. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're a few hundred shy of being halfway. Let me close out a bunch of this shit. And I'm gonna play a song. And then I drop the link. And then I guess I'll be clipping stuff. Florio, F you, man. You're in Canada. All this cold weather I'm getting right now, this below zero shit, this is from you. I'm sick because of you. It's your fault. It's your fault. I blame you. I'm thinking about putting background music in when I'm live streaming. Like real soft, like Beardo does it. Let me know if you guys think some real soft background music would sound good. You know? Get some nice royalty-free stuff. All right. I'm going to play my favorite diss track. It's so bad here. It's been snowing nonstop for 2 weeks. It's also why I feel like shit. Listen. Fuck that. I couldn't live in Canada. Like, it looks cool when it's not snowing. But when it starts snowing, I'd have to leave that bitch. Like, It's worse than here. I can't do it. All right, I'm gonna play a song and I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all down? Yeah? Cool.
You built your fame out of fear. You dressed up lies and called them faith. But time's the one thing you can't deceive, because dust don't forget. And dust knows the truth. You heard the members.
I'm gonna do a new song about how I get under everyone's skin.
PRS and soul lies. Dust knows the truth. You built a kingdom out of fear and disguise. But dust knows the truth. You preached about demons, but the real one was pride. You said we fight darkness while you hid inside. You promised redemption, wrapped it in fame, but all that light was just your name. In flames. You called it faith, I call it control. You said it was healing, but you empty souls. You used the stories to build your own, then left them haunted and alone. You heard the members of PRS and soul lies, but dust knows the truth. You wanted hearts and called it divine, but dust knows the truth. They gave you trust, you gave them a script, you called it spiritual, but it was slick. You played prophet with TV lights, while the truth sat bleeding behind the mics. They stood beside you when the storm began, but when it crashed, you broke your own clan. Now every rerun's a ghost in disguise, reminder that fame can't exercise lies. You heard the members of PRS and soul lies, but dust knows the truth. You ruled the world with your dark red prize, but dust knows the truth. You can't pray away the weight of the past. You can't charm your way through a mirror cracked. Every secret berry still breathes in the air. And dust don't care. You said the spirits speak, so tell me what they say. Did they whisper the cost of the games you play? You called yourself chosen, a man with proof, but even the spirits turn and walk from your truth. Now your legend's a shadow, your name's a scar. Your empire faded, but your ghosts aren't far. The truth don't die, it just changes view, and now it's staring straight back at you. You heard the members of PRS and soul lies, but dust knows the truth. You built your altar on the pain you devised, but dust knows the truth. Yeah. Dust don't fade, dust don't lie, and it still remembers. Dust don't fade, dust don't lie, and it still remembers.
All right, guys. I'm getting ready. Got the computer screen only, or no, I should be on StreamYard. And right there. I sort of prefer the cold and winter over heat. I just don't like it when it gets below 0, and it really fucks with me. But I'm getting ready to cam up. Getting ready to cam up and see who's come up. Start virtual camera. You can't see me because I done blocked my face. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple people, and I'm gonna bring up someone first. And we have 2 people. So if any of y'all want to click the link, I know Ben's probably asleep, but if you're awake for some reason and you want to respond, you go ahead. I platform anyone. Anyone. UK people are not awake. Well, some people from the UK are in here, but ladies and gentlemen, y'all know her. Y'all love her. Florio. What's up? How you doing?
Oh god, the sound effects is funny.
Right.
Well, I joined just so you didn't feel lonely, but it looks like someone else did, so that's okay. Yeah, no, I mean, what I was saying in the chat is just, I do think that we can attempt to play by YouTube's rules and attempt to like not, you know, offend people too much. Where like we can do there's ways that we can kind of adjust without changing our entire personality. The issue with Beardo has been like really careful the last little while, but like he's a little freaked out. You know, it's like,
and I get it.
It's like a car accident. You know, just give him some time. He'll find his self again. The problem I've noticed, because I see it in Reddits too, and I usually fight with people on my like anonymous Reddit account, is like Americans always think that Seg and Beardo are the meanest out of the debunkers, and they don't realize that it's jokes. Like Canada, we have the same humor as Britain. We understand that those are jokes, but like people in the United States don't. Like they think twat is like calling someone a PDF or something. Like they get really offended, and I'm like, it's literally like calling you a dipshit. It's like it's nothing. It's not a bad, you know, slang or anything.
Those Reddits haven't found my channel because I'm the asshole. I'm the worst one out of all of them, I think, in my opinion, just because I'm an asshole about things. But yeah, Beardo's like a cleaner version and more detailed version of me.
Beardo calls out a lot of where they fucked up, where people fucked up, and like they legit did, and you know they should probably apologize. Like he's good at calling out those moments, right? And that's why people like him. That's why people watch him. You know, it's a matter of the other YouTubers or whatever people taking that as constructive criticism. Like I know Ben, he's trying his best to make up for his past, and I wasn't around for his past. I get it. A lot of people hate him. I get it. I just like, I stay, you know, what's the word? Like me and him talk, like I'm not taking a side, you know what I mean? But what I have noticed, and I mean, I've said it to the people that hate him, and I'm like, I get that I wasn't there. I don't know what damage he did, but Beardo said that he should have released a video apologizing and saying everything was fake. So Ben did that like a few days later. Mm-hmm. Every time Beardo or anyone has said, well, Ben should do this, Ben should do that for forgiveness, he's been doing that.
Yeah. I didn't talk about that because I really don't care, but
yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I think that it took time for Ben to realize to take it as constructive criticism, I guess is my point.
Yeah.
A lot of other YouTubers just like don't take it as constructive criticism, and then they try to go after people legally. Like I believe Ben did try to like sue Beardo, and he did a bunch of other stuff. Like there's people that left YouTube and people that left the debunking community because of what Ben did, right? He went full like Ghost Club Paranormal on them. Even harder, I think. So like that's where it's like, I think Ben kind of like learned from his mistake. And honestly, I have a feeling, if I'm not sure which story is true, because Ghost Club Paranormal tells a different story about the Beardo thing, but if what Beardo's saying is true, which I'm more inclined to believe him, however, I also inclined to believe that he would say things a certain way if it meant protecting the community. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If YouTube actually did step in like that, then Ghost Club Paranormal probably has their ability to copyright strike and copyright claim. That's probably suspended for like the next year, because that's the first punishment. They'll suspend your ability to do copyright anything, right? I suspect that's probably what's happened with Ghost Club Paranormal, but we don't know for sure, you know? But the other point I was making with the thumbnails is like, I think that you should put the people's faces in the thumbnails. Otherwise people won't click on it. You know, like people want to watch videos with certain people. They're not going to know that your video is about that person. And so your video is going to tank because of that.
Yeah. And Beardo's going to notice that. That's what I'm predicting.
Like, I don't see how putting their face in the thumbnail would make them win a DMCA case when it's fair use. It's just not. Because if you put their face in, if you grab their face from like the video itself or somewhere that they've kind of posted publicly, like Instagram or Facebook, then it's fair use.
Well,
if you grab like a photographer's photo that they paid for, that's copyrighted.
We'll see here. No, Beardo is not putting their faces on because he he's playing it safe, and he doesn't want these people to feel like he's personally attacking them.
Yeah, no, and that's the only thing. That's why I was saying is like I don't necessarily agree with the thumbnail point that he made. I do agree with everything else he did, because like my recent like Sam and Colby videos, I didn't play the whole video, I didn't record it all, and I just explained parts of the video that weren't important, and then I showed clips of the things that were important. And in the comments, people said that they liked that, they preferred that, because then they didn't have to watch so much of the stupid idiots on the screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, that's it. There's a way that we can do this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I actually released a video about that. So about how we can adjust, because as long as you can tell a story in an entertaining way, then I think you can adjust. But my point with the thumbnail is if they paid an artist to make them thumbnails, which a lot of the big channels do, if you took their entire thumbnail and use it as your thumbnail, that one I could see.
Yeah,
that's where I agree with that. But if you're just taking their face or something, like I don't see how that would. I don't think that would hold up for DMCA. I think DMCA is more like if you played the entire video. I get that. That actually is under the DMCA that you shouldn't play the whole video. Yeah.
I just screenshotted Ben and then inserted him into a thumbnail. Like screenshot him from the live stream.
That's what I do, right? I do the same thing. I just I usually try to grab it from the video, because then you're even more protected. But sometimes it's like crappy pictures, so then I'll just grab something from like social media. Social media, when you put stuff on social media, it's not yours anymore. Instagram and Facebook own it. So if they want to put a lawsuit for a picture, like they need Facebook or Instagram to come sue me.
Yep.
So I usually steal stuff. Not steal, but I usually like take pictures from
borrow.
It is protected. So yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, with Scarborough, I would use their face and their name in the video, because you want it for the SEO and you want it for people to click. Because if you don't put the name of the channel that you're critiquing and you don't put their face in the thumbnail, nobody's going to know that you're talking about this one YouTuber who you like to snark on or something, or like a YouTuber that you want to see a debunk on. Like, we only watch the debunks because people put the name and the face in the thumbnail and title, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't think that's gonna work out for Beardo very well, to be honest. But
nope. It's it'll hurt him, and then he'll switch back. Yeah. Like I definitely understand him wanting to change the way he does his content, but I do think that he can find like a new normal. That's like, I think the main thing is just don't play their entire video, right? That's the first thing. That is actually like a DM, like they could fight that, right? So yeah, that would be like the first thing I'd say. And then otherwise, yeah, just changing your vocabulary for YouTube. Most of us do that anyway. But like getting into the mud with people, that's kind of like what we do. And I think Beardo, honestly, it's like a car accident. He just needs some time to heal, and he'll be back at it. Yep, he'll have thicker skin the next time if it happens. And I know he might hold his breath hearing that, but it might happen again. But you're gonna have thicker skin. And also, I want to say this. And I forgot to say it earlier. Tessa in a comment said, me and my crappy little videos in my mom's basement, I'm in my own house. And I have like a really nice setup. And like, I got my nice green screen. I ain't in nobody's basement. But except,
I don't know why that's always the go-to. Like in all the comments, the go-to is you're in your mom's basement filming videos, or you don't go out and do investigations. Most of us are ex-investigators. Like I used to do paranormal investigations.
Me too.
It's like, but that's always it's like those two insults, and the other one is you're just jealous. And then like there's a fourth one I can't remember, but like only people who don't like the people who use those insults can't come up with their own, you know what I mean? Like they can't come up with their own unique insults or constructive criticism. They're just throwing back schoolyard insults, which are stupid. They make them look dumb, like, to be honest.
So really quick, because I know you didn't catch this part of the live stream, and then I'll get to some other people. But so when I was talking about Ben, I was like, I knew what happened. I knew why your video went private before you even messaged me today, and it's because I knew Tessa Groff messaged you and asked you to make it private. And and I read some of the message. I didn't show it because he says some personal stuff, and I said I'm not going to show the screenshot. I'm just going to say some of this stuff. And I was like, well, he said that he planned on contacting Tessa again and trying to get receipts. And I go, me and Florio looked for the receipts, asked Tessa for the receipts. Henry Resilient looked for the receipts. Other people looked for the receipts. We found nothing. And I said, you did what I did, which was I privated my live stream and looked for the evidence. And you took that video down, and everybody wants us to take what Tessa says as, trust me, bro. They're like, they're not. I was like, get a case number, police report number. And then I was like, what are you going to do, Ben, if she doesn't give you anything? Then what do you do?
Yeah. And that's sort of, I mean, I told him that. I said in the message to him, I'm like, hold on, where is it? I told him that we went and did a mock trial, and I said to him, where is he? Oh God, I think, oh right, then all that news came out. Hold on, I gotta scroll.
Because then I told him, I go, so Tessa silenced you like she kind of silenced me, and but with you thinking that you're gonna find evidence, what he should have done was message you or message me. I didn't get a single message from him. And if he's seriously going to look into it, he should have been like, hey, send me what you have.
No, I mean, I told him, I'm like, go watch the mock trial, because I said, watch the trial part, because we explain the issues with the stories and the allegations, and then we show each part of the evidence. Like, we show each evidence that we have, and we discuss it and talk and refute it like we're lawyers. And I said, like, I'm like, the only evidence that we have is in that trial. You know, like, he's not going to be able to dig anything else up. So
I don't believe people that just say, trust me. Like, show me the evidence.
No. I mean, and that's the thing, like, she's using the PDF like words so that people take down their videos, right? But it's like, okay, well, you still have to give us some proof of that. You know
So
what I mean?
I've made the decision that I'm going to go through that live stream. I'm going to take out the thing about Tessa's brother, anything about Tessa's family. I'm going to take out, and then that live stream is going to be public again.
Yeah, like, I would take out anything about, like, that's thing. He shouldn't have talked about the family thing. Like, he shouldn't have talked about any of that.
But that's basically, I talk about that. So, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and then I said to Ben, I'm like, funny thing is, none of this would have happened if she didn't pick a fight with Dust about Ryan on a video that had 200 views. I said, like, Tessa needs to learn to stop picking fights sometimes. It's just best to keep your thoughts to yourself. And I said, but I do give her respect for actually coming to us directly to discuss the allegations and working on evidence to show everyone, which I do, because in the wake of the Ghost Club Paranormal thing, it's like, well, at least, like, we can duke it out in private or on our platform. That's what I would prefer. Using a broken system to try to get someone's channel banned because the system's broken, like, that's the shady shit, you know?
Yeah, she contacted us though to try to manipulate us. That's what, like, I said.
Oh yeah, no, she was totally manipulating us. But that's the thing. In the end, like, when you sent me, because I mean, there's a lot of personal stuff that they sent us, guys, that you know, we're obviously not going to share.
Nope.
But Doug sent me a bunch of, like, emails and things that Sean sent him, and I'm like, this doesn't make Sean look good. Like, he looks like a toxic ass, and she looks like a toxic ass. Like, in my opinion, like I said to Dustin, like, they both just seem like toxic people, and this was a toxic relationship, and it has nothing to do with the paranormal. So why do we care?
Yeah, and my videos don't do so well, but my live streams do okay, at least on my main channel, and it's because of the algorithm. That's why I separated everything. It's just gonna take a while for the paranormal stuff to lift back up, I think, but whatever.
Yeah, it just takes some time. You're growing out the paranormal channel, so you just got to separate out, because the algorithm doesn't know what your topic is when you're flipping, and it can take like a month or two for the algorithm. So, like, I expect your Power Rangers channel will do better, then your paranormal channel, you're going to be building. It's sort of like you're building up, right?
Mhm.
So you got to just be patient with that one. But I do think that your Power Rangers channel will pick up in like a month or two once the algorithm knows that you're just talking about Power Rangers.
Yeah, and
right?
plus, like right now, like I didn't even promote my main channel at all. I got 21 people watching the main channel, so that's the Power Ranger people that watch my paranormal stuff. And like the paranormal channel is bouncing between 3 to 5 people, and that's the one I promoted on all social media. So like,
yeah, it's just gonna take some time.
like a lot of people, but it is later in the night, so like,
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you can try to get on stream or do stuff at like 4 p.m. Eastern, I find is sort of like the latest. 4:30 is pushing it. If I can do anything by like 4 p.m., even if you release a video at 4 p.m., you'll get the UK people and the debunking community, the active chatters, the ones who are like really engaged. They're all from the UK, so like they're enjoyable to have in live premieres and streams and things like that. So
yeah, we'll see. I just couldn't today because I had at work and then dinner with the boss, and then I had other shit I had to handle. But that's why I couldn't stream until today, and that's why there was so much.
Yeah, and it just, and like your paranormal channel just takes time because you're kind of like building a channel up from the bottom, so it takes a bit of time.
Yeah, but
It's got to be consistent.
But I still seem to get under everyone's skin, Florio.
Yeah, it's really weird how people pick fights with you. Like, it's like, well, no one would know about this topic if you didn't pick a fight with us. Like, and there's no need to pick a fight with them. It's so dumb.
Or people making Facebook posts just because I'm live streaming saying stuff.
I know, it's so weird.
It's so funny. Like
Jesus.
Like y'all can do your debunks and go after them, but when I do shit, that's when they for some reason they snap.
Yeah, it's weird.
So whatever, it's all good. But yeah. So I don't know, Florio, anything else you want to say? I got a couple more people I'm gonna bring up, and then I'm gonna shut her down.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I'd say to any Beardo fans, just be patient. He'll go back to himself. He's just like, he's just nervous right now. Just be patient.
Yep. I think that too. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Florio. You take care, all right?
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye. Oh, hey, what's up, Bushido?
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, man?
Feeling kind of better after 9 days. Well, yeah, 9 days since I got sick with pneumonia.
Oh, pneumonia?
Yeah. This is the second time I've been sick with it. Last time, it wasn't so pretty. 104 fever and I was dying then. That was back in 2009.
That's crazy, man. So what do you think of the stream?
Stream turned out pretty good.
Yeah, not
but
too bad.
yeah, it's like I don't quite get it why people have to pick fights with you, because you're actually a pretty chill dude.
I mean, I am an asshole about shit.
This is true. You are an asshole, but you're chill.
Yeah, they just don't like that I'm an asshole, so...
Yeah, but you're the only one that refuses to be silenced by anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. I just seem to get under their skin, and that's all I need to know. I can build on that, so...
They're in their fifis. Don't be so soft.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm getting over, like, I'm dealing with this sick too because of the weather.
Yeah. Usually by determining by pneumonia is that you either make it by 10 days or you're dead by 10 days. That's how you measure it.
Well, if I see you in 10 days, cool. If not, I'll say a prayer for you.
Thanks.
I'm sure you'll be okay.
I got sick with it last Thursday, so I have technically one more day. I've been counting down the days. Good thing I got to see the doctor on Wednesday, otherwise that would have been disastrous.
So,
got good antibiotics and everything.
Florio does say it's healthy to have differing opinions. Yep, if everybody was the same, life would be boring. If there weren't differing opinions, our YouTube channels would suck. Like,
This is true.
But anything else you want to add? I got one more person I got to bring up.
Nah, I think I've said everything.
All right, man. Well, you take care, all right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
All right, thanks, man. All right, guys. We have him. We got him, guys. He's smiling. He's laughing. He's getting ready because he knows what's coming.
Okay, I might have left something out of context.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brent Pham.
Hi.
What's going on, Brent? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. You know, doing a stream, trying to feel better, you know, because of all this cold. But what do you think about the stream tonight?
I mean, that Sam and whatever his buddy, his scamming buddy, whatever his name is.
Sam and Colby Jack, yeah.
This is typical with especially with political channels, podcasters. They're called grift. Obviously, you know what the word grifters.
Grifter.
They like with the war, like the Russian-Ukraine war, they grift based off of. They say things based to get donations, to get views, and Democrats do the same thing. The media, they cater based on who's giving them money. Politicians, they're bought off by lobbyists. So this culture of putting things like for sale when you quote unquote should make it for free for information, it's nothing new. It's part of the culture of YouTube. People they do certain things. You see it thus with people that we both know. They do certain things to try to grow the channel. Some people do it better than others. We'll put it that way. But it's a form of selling out, and they justify it by saying that it's economics, or they can be bought off. But that's just part of the culture that is social media, and it's just unfortunate that. You put stuff through paywall. I mean, that's just normal practice with something like FanWord has a paywall. It's nothing new, but it's just kind of like when you're about informing people about certain events, you should try to make it more accessible to the public. And you know, they're in it for the money. It seems like, especially when they lied about the house that they claim was a paranormal house or whatever. So. They're a bunch of grifters, and it's just to be expected.
Yeah.
And then
go ahead. No, please.
And then the Beardo guy, so he was banned. YouTube gave him a copyright strike. I think the one, right?
One person or a couple people gave him false copyright strikes.
So 2 of them.
3.
He got 3 copyright strikes.
Yep.
So his channel got banned.
Well, when you get 3 strikes, you have so much time to appeal them, and he was going through that process. But you got to deal with the AI bots at YouTube before you're like sometimes you don't get a real person, and
it's just a mess. It's a mess. There's inconsistent information, procedures that people don't know about. It's just 3 strikes, and then his channel's back on air. Is back, obviously.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's more careful, I guess.
Technically, he got 4. He got 3 strikes, and then one took someone down. One person took one down, and then someone else struck him. And
with another one. So
yeah. So Florio says they added a 10-day window because people were abusing the copyright system. So they gave them extra time to appeal. And then YouTube looked at it and was like, all of these are false. And they took it down and reinstated them. But now he's kind of been like shook from it all, you know, so he's trying to like ease into covering stuff, and he's trying not to piss people off so much. And I told him, I'm like, dude, you just gotta be yourself. Just be yourself.
Yeah. Right.
And I know that's easier said than done, because he was about to lose like That's his only income. So like, that's rough for him. I get it. And like, no matter what I say or what you say or what anyone says, it's just going to take a little bit of time for him. He'll be back to normal soon, I'm sure.
Right. And you mentioned Mr. Resilient with his copyright strike. I was watching. I was shocked. Like,
it's not that. It's not just that one. He got struck for something else too.
Okay, but
that no one knows about.
That no one knows about. Okay.
That was the false strike. It wasn't like the thing with you.
Okay, just to be clear, because people might look at Vera and say, see, the users might think, we need to speak, we have to speak our mind, speak our truth, but that does not justify certain actions. What Mr. Henry Resilient did is because thus you have permission to use that video with Walter Give Me the Suit. You have permission. The owner of that video gives you permission to use that video to play it from start to finish. But the reason why Henry got that copyright strike was because he used that video not for transformative purposes for information, but to lie, to use AI to create a situation that was not true.
Right.
And he has done this. Yeah.
Right, but that wasn't the strike I was talking about. I think he appealed that one too, but that wasn't the one I was talking about. He got struck for something else that was like, it was a false copyright strike, just like Beardo. And that's what I was referring to.
If I thought you were talking about the one that the person that I know, it wasn't me. And Mr. Henry, he knows this because if it wasn't me, he would have posted that it was me a long time ago, but he knows that it wasn't me because when somebody copyrights your channel, you have their info. You know who it is, so you cannot hide behind an anonymous. If I struck Henry's channel, which I didn't, and I don't have the authority to, he would have known. Like Beardo knows the people that struck his channel.
Yeah.
Because it's a transparency thing. If you do it under anonymous, you lose credibility. So there has to be a level of transparency. There's a lot of administrative bureaucracy. That's where there's inconsistent appeals and stuff. You hear about like inconsistent appeals with the copyrights, and it's just kind of like Henry has done this a couple times. I mean, Francis obviously is not going to take issue with Henry making AI of me and her kissing. Because they're friends. Obviously, it's a little different, but the principle's the same. When you take content and you use it not for information, but to create situations using AI that's not true, that's not transformative. And you're making money off of it. That's lying. Right. And people shouldn't use Beardo's case to be inspired to speak their mind and lie on people. That's not the point. So it's a little Beardo. I mean, I'm sure his income, like that's his income. Mm-hmm. He has to be careful, even if it goes against his principles. Sometimes the rent's due. Sometimes you have to make compromises. I've seen some YouTubers make decisions that I object to. But there is some, maybe it's because of money, and it's just kind of the reality of it.
You play it too safe, you can lose the money. But what do you think about Ben, Simply Strange, privating the video and everything that he did on me?
It's just lack of transparent, like they try to silence, restrict your access of your voice to spread an agenda, and it's just kind of like you're out here with the paranormal community, holding people accountable, and people want to call it drama. They do this in the Power Rangers community too. They call it drama. They call it negativity. It's just kind of like I've heard from certain people about the thing with the Ranger Stop Atlanta drama situation when people got banned. They got banned because of their association with Henry Resilient. And it's kind of like you hold these people accountable because with paranormal community, they're going to there's conventions with paranormal, Power Rangers, same thing. It's just kind of like people need to know this thing. The thing was Aaron Taylor McGinnis. When you brought that up, that was informative. That wasn't just drama. I use that information to make informed decisions. So I don't support people that do disgusting things that I don't want to give money to. And I've gotten in trouble for that. But that's, again, you have to stand for what you believe in. And sometimes it causes people to feel uncomfortable. Like Beardo, he might what he says might make people uncomfortable, but sometimes you have to do what you believe in. And it's just kind of people trying to censor you, or not censor, that's not the right word, trying to restrict your voice because they don't like what you're saying. But at the end of the day, it's people should know and make their own decision.
Yep. All right, Brent, any last words? Because I got someone else that popped in.
No, I mean, it's just, well, maybe one more thing. Yeah, just the paranormal year. I'm glad that you have another audience. They have another when they merge with the Power Ranger, when they talk about the Power Ranger topics, it's nice to hear an outside voice. A couple of them I disagree with, but some of them, like I think it was Florio, she brought a perspective that was about I think it was the contract, the renegotiation of the Power Rangers. I think she was there. I know Ray. She there's a certain bias there, so she has a different opinion. But Flores looking at it from the outside and saying she has no. I don't think she was a fan of Power. I don't know her,
no, she
Florio,
wasn't.
but she had from outside perspective, looking in. It's kind of like, wow, she had more of the general population consensus when it comes to renegotiation. When you sign a contract, like it's with sports too, when you sign a contract, which is may not be the best, and then you see while you're during that contract, a company is making money off of you. When the contract is over, you want to renegotiate. I think with Steph Curry did this too. He was injured a lot. He was questionable, but when he produced, he renegotiated at the end of his contract, and he renegotiated. It's part of business, and she seems to understand that. So it's nice to have that the different perspectives from other communities. So
yeah,
I guess that's it.
All right, Brent. Well, thank you so much for coming up, man.
Thank you.
You take care. All right, guys, we got Big Rudy. What's up, man?
What's up, Doug?
How you doing tonight?
What's going on?
Can you hear me? Rudy, can you hear me?
Wait, something wrong with the...
You sound all muffled.
On my mic.
There you go. I can hear you better. You good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Doug.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm using my phone right now. I'm cleaning my room.
Yeah, I do hear myself a little bit. But so how you doing? What do you think of the stream?
The stream was really good. I came into the part of Barris. Did I say his name?
Beardo?
Beardo, yeah. Talking about like social media, YouTube stuff.
No,
like,
what do you think? So the false copyright strikes?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what do you think about all that?
Oh, in my opinion, and like people try to do like copy strike you for no reason, to keep your mouth shut, and like there's like evidence and truth beyond that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was like no truth to what they were doing to Beardo, but yeah, they got it. Like they just do that to try to strong arm you into not talking about them, or to try to get rid of you because they know that there's no other way to get rid of you. You know?
Yeah, definitely. 'Cause they're like they're like little cowards. Beyond that.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it. It's a nice way to put it.
Yeah, and like I like when you bring out like your stuff, like they're empowering the community and their promotivity. You get more views by doing Power Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
promotivity, but you're barely growing your second channel.
Yep. Slowly. We'll see what happens, man. But so I've been seeing you doing these live streams about Rican Ranger. So when can we expect another video or live stream from you?
Well, Wednesday is my last day doing finals at 4 p.m. That's the last day to turn in my paperwork. And I might go live on Wednesday at 5 or 5. And like, for me, like I cover Rican Ranger more detail than Hammery. Cause Hammery just show like a little bit, but we want like the full.
You want to show the full context.
Yeah. I want to show full context. Like people, like, okay, it's like reading a book. It's like reading, watching the lecture at school, but not reading the book. Like they're like more information.
Gotcha.
And like I want to cover more, like what you said when doing Francis stream. We have Francis, Mr. Connor, and V, his ex-girlfriend online he never met. Like what he say about them, you know?
Right.
So like it's two sides of the story. So like I want to cover it, you know? Best thing.
Absolutely. My suggestion to you would be to have either Francis or Juicebox co-host on at least once. I'd like to see you collaborate with one of those two. That's those two. I think Geek Zip has been on your channel before, so I would ask Juicebox or Francis. Francis is very busy, but she might do it. But anything else that you want to say? I gotta shut her down.
All right. I want to say a message to Brent.
Sure.
Brent, you're complaining about Mr. Henry Resilient, about the AI kiss, you and Walter. You get all butthurt, mad about it, and you're crying like a little bitch about it. That's why you tell the owner to copy strike Henry. That's fucked up. 2, it's okay you and Francis kiss AI. Oh, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Our last message, don't be a little bitch about everything and shut the fuck up. And that's it. Peace and love. And follow the Big Reedy Show. I'm out.
All right, man. You take care. All right, guys. Let me get to my full screen here. Let me exit studio. Damn, shots fired. You're damn right. Shots were fired. Holy shit. That's what happens when you have big Rudy. Rudy don't hold back. He learned from me. Rudy learned that from me. Be vicious. You go get them sons of bitches. Flurry will tell you, hey, yo, don't be like Dust. Like, oh, and that's something I was going to say to Florio. Like, I don't know if she's still watching. But, like, I know all these other paranormal channels are looking over at me going, hold on. I know all these other paranormal channels are looking over at me and going, yo, Dust is going to get himself into a lot of trouble. And my response to that is, I hope so. I will say why. Because someone else said it for me.
I know you're there to cause problems, dude. I know.
I am. So, everybody, have a wonderful night. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for the new members on the main channel. Thank you to everybody watching on the paranormal channel, because I need the watch time over there. Thank you all very much. I'm gonna make something to eat, take some medication, and wait for people to message me, because I'm sure people are gonna message me, and that's fine. You all take care. I'm gonna try and stream next week. If I stream next week, it'll be a Ranger stream, because I gotta make some money, because paranormal streams don't make me money. So maybe Power Ranger peeps, let me know what you want to stream about. I gotta make some cash. I gotta make some dough. You guys don't know it, but I totaled my truck, and I need to make a little bit of cash. I gotta fix, get my new truck. It's all good. Y'all have a great night. Thank you all for watching, and y'all have a great night.
From the shadows of lies, calling out fakes, cutting through their disguise. Echo chambers crumble, the truth takes control. Dust Productions rocking hard, heart, mind, and soul. Dust Productions, fight the fakes, yeah, bring the light. Dust Productions, scammers fall when truth ignites. They expose, they fight, they stand. Justice screaming through the land. Dust Productions,
Mighty Morphin.
Dust Productions. Your legends, truth revealed. Behind the mask, what's fake, what's real? No fear of ghosts or paranormal scams. They bring receipts, yeah, they don't give a damn. Transparency's the power. Integrity's the morphin' hour. They break the spell, they crush deceit. Echo fade under truth's heartbeat. Raise your horns, the fight's begun.